Have you ever wondered why some people build massive wealth while others struggle to get by no matter how hard they work? This audiobook is designed to give you clear, practical steps to develop the mindset and habits that lead to financial success. You will learn how to think like a millionaire, manage your money intelligently, and create multiple streams of income that grow over time. We will explore how to build confidence, make smarter decisions, and handle risks without fear. You will discover ways to stay disciplined, maintain energy and focus, and continually improve yourself every day. By listening and applying these lessons, you can start creating real change in your life and move toward financial freedom. Stay with this audiobook, and you will uncover actionable strategies that can transform the way you think, act, and grow your wealth. Chapter 1. Adopt disciplined habits that create lasting financial success. Discipline is the foundation of lasting financial success. Without consistent habits, wealth remains a fleeting idea rather than a reality. Developing disciplined routines transforms your daily actions into steps that compound over time, creating momentum toward financial independence. It starts with controlling small daily choices. Simple decisions like saving a portion of every income, tracking expenses, and avoiding impulsive spending may seem minor, but they set the stage for larger financial achievements. Wealth is rarely the result of a single opportunity. It is the accumulation of disciplined, repeated actions done over years. A disciplined approach begins with clarity. Knowing exactly what financial goals matter most allows you to design habits that directly support those goals. Define your target clearly. Decide how much you want to save, invest, or earn each month. Break these numbers into achievable actions. Discipline without direction is effort wasted. Focus on creating routines that make the hard decisions automatic. Set up systems to manage your money efficiently. Automate savings, pay bills on time, and schedule regular reviews of your finances. This removes unnecessary stress and ensures progress continues even on days when motivation is low. Time management is crucial for financial discipline. Treat time as a non-renewable resource. Every hour spent learning, planning, or executing financial strategies compounds into results over months and years. Avoid distractions that drain energy without adding value. Commit to high-priority tasks that advance income, reduce debt, or build skills. Create daily schedules that reflect long-term goals. Discipline is also about resisting temptation. When faced with unnecessary purchases, pause and evaluate whether spending aligns with your financial objectives. Saying no consistently develops control, which is essential for building wealth. Action without reflection is incomplete. Daily discipline includes reviewing progress regularly, track income, expenses, and investments meticulously. Understand where money flows and identify patterns that hinder growth. Reflection enables course correction before small issues become major setbacks. Establish a weekly or monthly routine to evaluate financial decisions, adjust plans, and reinforce habits that produce results. Discipline is strengthened when progress is visible. Celebrate small milestones while maintaining focus on larger objectives. Building financial discipline requires resilience. Mistakes are inevitable. Overspending, poor investment choices, or missed opportunities will occur. Discipline is not about perfection. It is about consistency and recovery. Learn from every setback. Analyze what went wrong. Implement corrective measures and continue without losing momentum. The ability to maintain routines even after failure separates those who build lasting wealth from those who do not. Persistence paired with disciplined habits becomes a self-reinforcing engine of success. Education and continuous improvement support disciplined habits. Knowledge empowers smarter decisions. Regularly read, study, and apply financial principles. Understand budgeting, investing, taxation, and wealth-building strategies. Treat learning as part of daily discipline. Allocate time each day to enhance skills or gain insights that improve financial outcomes. Action informed by knowledge becomes more effective and less prone to costly errors. Disciplined learning ensures that decisions are intentional and grounded in understanding rather than impulse. Discipline also extends to personal behavior. Health, energy, and mental clarity are critical for sustained financial performance. Consistent sleep, nutrition, and exercise improve focus and decision-making. Wealth creation demands long-term effort, and physical or mental exhaustion undermines productivity. Integrate habits that support well-being alongside financial routines. The disciplined individual balances body, mind, and financial strategy, creating a stable platform for growth. Energy management is as vital as money management because success relies on the consistent application of effort. Daily micro-actions form the core of discipline. Simple routines like setting priorities, reviewing finances, and planning investments each day shape long-term results. Wealth is the natural outcome of repeated deliberate actions compounded over time. Establish a morning routine that reinforces focus, reflection, and proactive decision-making. End each day with a review to identify progress and prepare for tomorrow. These rituals reinforce discipline and create structure, which reduces decision fatigue and increases efficiency. Over time, these small actions accumulate into substantial financial gains. Accountability enhances discipline. Share goals with trusted mentors or peers who provide honest feedback. External accountability motivates consistent adherence to routines and discourages deviation from plans. Engage with communities of like-minded individuals who value discipline and long-term success. Surrounding yourself with disciplined people reinforces your own habits and provides support during challenges. Mentorship can also accelerate growth by offering guidance based on experience, helping you avoid pitfalls and capitalize on opportunities efficiently. Financial discipline involves controlling emotions. Impulse buying, fear, and excitement can derail long-term plans. Develop emotional self-control by recognizing triggers and establishing rules for action. For instance, create criteria for investments or spending decisions that must be met before committing. Remove emotions from critical financial choices. Discipline requires separating short-term desires from long-term objectives. Over time, this control builds confidence and reduces anxiety related to money, reinforcing the ability to act consistently toward wealth creation. Automation is a practical tool for maintaining discipline. Set up automatic transfers to savings, retirement accounts, and investments. Automating these processes removes reliance on willpower alone. Discipline is easier when systems handle routine decisions. This ensures consistent contributions toward goals and reduces the chance of missed opportunities. Combine automation with regular review to remain aware of progress and maintain control over financial direction. Systems support habits, and habits support results, creating a cycle of disciplined growth. Goal setting reinforces daily discipline. Establish measurable and time-bound financial objectives. Break them into smaller milestones that are achievable weekly or monthly. Track progress visibly to maintain motivation and commitment. Adjust plans as necessary while keeping the end goal in focus. Discipline grows when actions are purposeful and outcomes measurable. Specificity creates clarity, and clarity drives consistent effort. Without defined targets, actions risk becoming scattered, and results will reflect inconsistency. Decision-making speed is improved through habitual discipline. Regular routines reduce the need for constant evaluation, freeing mental energy for critical choices. Consistent habits establish criteria and frameworks for decisions, enabling faster, more confident action. Speed combined with accuracy is a hallmark of disciplined success. The more decisions you automate through habit, the more bandwidth you have to tackle complex opportunities that drive wealth. Efficiency in both thought and action is a direct outcome of disciplined practice. Persistence is strengthened through repeated discipline. Habits anchor behavior during challenging periods when motivation wanes. Maintaining routines in the face of obstacles builds resilience and ensures steady progress. Long-term financial success depends on enduring effort, not sporadic bursts of action. Discipline becomes a muscle that strengthens with repeated use. Each day of adherence reinforces self-control and increases the likelihood of achieving ambitious financial objectives. Consistency compounds results, turning modest actions into significant wealth over time. Reflection and adaptation sustain discipline. Regularly evaluate strategies to ensure alignment with evolving goals and circumstances. Markets, personal situations and priorities change. Discipline does not mean rigidity. It means structured responsiveness. Adjust routines based on performance feedback and emerging opportunities while maintaining core principles of saving, investing, and controlled spending. A disciplined mindset embraces change intelligently rather than reacting impulsively. This balance of structure and flexibility ensures ongoing growth. Mentally visualize outcomes to reinforce discipline. See the long-term benefits of consistent actions, imagine financial freedom, and feel the satisfaction of achieving goals. Visualization strengthens commitment and motivates daily adherence to routines. Connecting emotionally to results transforms discipline from obligation into desire. When habits are tied to meaningful objectives, compliance becomes easier and perseverance natural. The mind's alignment with purpose amplifies the effectiveness of disciplined routines. Simplify complex tasks to sustain habits. Break large financial goals into manageable daily actions. Complexity often discourages consistency. By reducing tasks into achievable steps, discipline becomes realistic rather than overwhelming. For example, budgeting can be divided into reviewing spending, setting limits, and tracking results daily. Investing can start with small, regular contributions. Simplification ensures that habits are maintainable and increases the likelihood of long-term adherence. Prioritize high-impact actions within routines. Not all disciplined actions produce equal results. Focus on behaviors that directly contribute to wealth building, such as increasing income streams, reducing liabilities, and strategic investing. Eliminate low-value habits that consume time and energy without advancing objectives. Discipline is most effective when applied to actions that matter most. This selective approach maximizes results while conserving mental and physical resources. Account for accountability and self-discipline together. Self-monitoring is essential. Maintain records of progress and setbacks to identify patterns and reinforce growth. Discipline grows when performance is visible. Periodic reflection and documentation ensure awareness of habits and outcomes, creating an internal feedback loop that supports sustained effort. Self-accountability converts intention into action consistently, reinforcing behavior and building reliability over time. Reward consistency to reinforce discipline. Acknowledge milestones and progress to maintain motivation. Simple rewards or recognition of effort strengthen the connection between disciplined behavior and positive outcomes. This reinforcement encourages adherence to routines, making habit formation smoother. Celebrate achievements proportionally to reinforce constructive behavior without compromising long-term goals. Positive reinforcement anchors habits in satisfaction, further embedding disciplined behavior. Understand the long-term compounding power of discipline. Daily savings, investments, and effort grow exponentially when maintained consistently. Discipline is the engine of compounding results. Small actions repeated over years produce outcomes far beyond initial expectations. This understanding provides motivation to remain committed, even when immediate results are modest. Wealth is rarely instant. It is the product of time, effort, and disciplined persistence. Mindset underpins disciplined action. Believe in your ability to control your habits and create wealth. Self-confidence and personal responsibility reinforce consistency. Discipline is most effective when paired with a mindset that values growth, responsibility, and delayed gratification. Training the mind to embrace structure and accountability creates an environment where daily habits naturally lead to financial success. Daily reflection, structured routines, emotional control, automation, accountability, and prioritization collectively form the framework of disciplined financial action. Applying these principles consistently ensures progress, resilience, and adaptability in pursuit of wealth. Discipline is not a restriction, but a tool that transforms intention into measurable outcomes. Through committed application of these habits, financial success becomes an inevitable result of structured effort, clear priorities, and consistent action. Discipline requires patience and persistence. Wealth is not an event but a process built through repeated, conscious effort. By integrating these habits into every aspect of life, from financial management to personal health, learning and decision-making, a foundation for lasting success emerges. The disciplined individual approaches each day with purpose, executing actions that align long-term goals, continuously improving and adjusting when necessary. Over time, the cumulative effect of disciplined habits generates financial security, independence, and the confidence to pursue even greater ambitions. The journey begins with a single decision to act consistently, to control choices, and to embrace the slow, steady accumulation of wealth through disciplined effort. Every action, no matter how small, matters. Adherence to routines, reflection, adaptation, and intentional learning transform ordinary behavior into extraordinary results. The disciplined path is challenging, but it is reliable, measurable, and powerful. By committing fully to disciplined habits, lasting financial success becomes not just a possibility, but a certainty. This approach cultivates more than wealth. It develops character, resilience, focus, and clarity. Daily disciplined action instills confidence, reduces stress, and fosters a sense of accomplishment. Every day is an opportunity to reinforce habits, improve systems, and make decisions that align with long-term objectives. Discipline ensures that effort is not wasted, setbacks are recoverable, and goals remain attainable. By making disciplined action the central principle of life, financial success becomes the natural outcome of intentional, consistent effort applied over time. Success, therefore, is less about luck and more about the deliberate practice of habits that create lasting impact and wealth. Discipline transforms ordinary routines into powerful, compounding forces that shape financial futures. Consistent application of small, intentional actions builds momentum that grows steadily into significant results. Every day spent adhering to structured, purposeful habits moves closer to financial freedom. The disciplined individual is prepared, resilient, and consistently aligned with objectives. Through dedication, patience, and unwavering focus, financial success is not merely attainable, it becomes inevitable. Discipline is the bridge between ambition and achievement. Each habit adopted, each action repeated, each decision made with foresight contributes to wealth creation. The practice of disciplined routines strengthens the mind, refines judgment, and improves execution. Every choice is an investment in future security and opportunity. By committing to disciplined habits, financial independence and personal mastery become the natural consequence of consistent, intentional effort applied daily, building not only wealth, but the character and mindset of a millionaire. Chapter 2. Visualize clear goals and take consistent daily action. Clarity is the first step toward achieving any meaningful success. Without a clear vision of what you want, effort can scatter in too many directions and produce minimal results. Visualizing goals is not merely imagining a desired outcome. It is creating a vivid, detailed picture of where you want to be and what life will look like when you arrive there. The mind responds to precision. When you define exactly what success means to you, your brain begins to align thoughts, choices, and actions toward that reality. This process activates focus, motivation, and persistence in ways that vague intentions never can. Begin by identifying your most important goals in tangible terms. Rather than thinking in abstract phrases like, "I want to be rich," define concrete targets. Decide how much income you want to generate, what assets you want to own, and the lifestyle you intend to lead. Write down these goals in specific detail. Include deadlines, numbers, and measurable outcomes. The act of recording goals transforms them from fleeting thoughts into actionable objectives. Writing also engages multiple areas of your brain, making you more likely to remember, act upon, and prioritize these objectives in daily life. Once your goals are clearly defined, visualization becomes a tool for reinforcement. Spend time each day picturing yourself achieving these outcomes. See the details of your environment, hear the sounds associated with your success, and feel the emotions that accompany your accomplishments. Emotional engagement is essential. The brain cannot differentiate well between vivid mental experience and actual experience. By repeatedly visualizing success, you prime your mind to identify opportunities, recognize patterns, and develop the confidence needed to pursue goals relentlessly. Consistent daily action bridges the gap between visualization and reality. A clear goal is useless without disciplined effort applied steadily. Daily action need not be monumental. Small, focused steps repeated consistently compound over time into significant progress. Create routines that advance your objectives. Whether it is reviewing finances, learning a new skill, connecting with mentors, or identifying opportunities, ensure each day includes activities that bring you closer to your target. Progress is not measured by occasional bursts of effort, but by the cumulative effect of deliberate, persistent action. Accountability strengthens both visualization and action. Track daily progress with a system that allows you to measure completion of tasks directly tied to your goals. Record successes, setbacks, and insights. Accountability is not about punishment, it is about awareness and adjustment. Seeing progress numerically or visually creates motivation and highlights areas needing improvement. This structured feedback loop ensures your actions remain aligned with long-term objectives and prevents drift caused by distraction, fatigue, or indecision. Breaking goals into micro steps is critical. Ambitious outcomes can feel overwhelming, creating procrastination or hesitation. Divide each objective into smaller, manageable actions that can be completed daily or weekly. By focusing on achievable steps, you build momentum and reduce mental resistance. Momentum fosters motivation, and motivation fuels consistency. Over time, completing micro-tasks compounds into noticeable results. This approach ensures that long-term visions translate into everyday behaviors without causing stress or indecision. Daily rituals reinforce clarity and action. Begin mornings by reviewing goals, reflecting on progress, and identifying priority tasks for the day. End each day with reflection, evaluating what worked, what didn't, and adjusting strategies accordingly. These rituals create structure, embed focus, and reinforce the importance of consistency. Habits anchored in intention and reflection prevent wasted effort and create a stable framework for continuous growth. Discipline in daily routine ensures that visualization translates into measurable progress. Clarity requires specificity in every domain of life. Define not only financial goals, but also health, personal growth, relationships, and skill development. Goals must be integrated holistically because progress in one area often supports others. For example, physical well-being enhances mental performance, which improves decision-making and productivity in wealth-building activities. Visualize each dimension of your life in detail to create balance and alignment. A clear, multifaceted vision motivates sustained effort because it engages both rational planning and emotional desire. Embrace the power of time-bound planning. Goals without deadlines remain abstract, and delay erodes motivation. Assign realistic timelines to each objective, balancing urgency with feasibility. Deadlines create focus, reduce procrastination, and encourage prioritization. When visualizing, imagine achieving milestones at specific points. The combination of vivid mental imagery and concrete timelines builds pressure in a constructive way, turning intention into action. Your subconscious begins to treat deadlines as motivators rather than sources of stress, guiding daily choices toward completion. Adaptation is essential to goal achievement. Clarity does not mean rigidity. Life presents unexpected challenges, new opportunities, and shifting circumstances. Revisiting goals regularly allows adjustment without losing sight of ultimate objectives. Reflect on whether strategies are effective, whether resources are sufficient, and whether priorities remain aligned with your vision. Flexibility ensures sustained momentum even in the face of obstacles, turning challenges into opportunities for learning and growth, rather than sources of discouragement. Action must be deliberate and purposeful. Each task should have a direct connection to advancing your goals. Avoid busy work or tasks that feel productive but contribute little to your long-term vision. Prioritize high-value activities that compound impact over time. Consistency in performing tasks with clear purpose strengthens both skill and confidence. Every completed action builds credibility with yourself, proving that daily effort translates into results. This self-trust reinforces motivation, reducing reliance on external validation. Visualization and action feed each other. Mental rehearsal prepares you to act decisively when opportunities arise. Action, in turn, reinforces belief in your ability to achieve the vision. This positive feedback loop strengthens resilience and focus. By consistently visualizing the end goal while engaging in deliberate action, you maintain alignment between intention and effort. The mind becomes conditioned to anticipate progress, making setbacks easier to navigate and momentum easier to sustain. Commitment enhances consistency. Goals must be prioritized and treated as non-negotiable elements of daily life. Dedicate time and energy to objectives before less impactful activities. Protect these commitments from distractions, low-value interactions, or temporary desires. Discipline combined with commitment accelerates progress and prevents dilution of effort. Long-term achievement is the result of repeated, intentional adherence to a clear plan. Reflection strengthens decision-making. Evaluate daily actions for effectiveness. Ask whether each step brought you closer to your goal, or whether adjustments are needed. Consider lessons from mistakes without judgment, extracting insight to improve future decisions. Reflection converts experience into knowledge, transforming simple repetition into urgent action. The combination of visualization, deliberate action, and reflective learning creates a powerful cycle of self-improvement that accelerates success. Self-motivation is sustained through emotional connection to goals. Connect deeply with why each objective matters. Consider how achievement will impact your life, relationships, freedom, and legacy. Emotional investment fuels persistence, enhances focus, and reduces susceptibility to distractions. Visualization strengthens this connection by creating sensory-rich experiences of success. Emotion aligned with action creates a drive that transcends temporary obstacles or fatigue. Focus is reinforced by eliminating distractions. Every day, prioritize tasks that directly advance your goals. Reduce time spent on low-value activities, unproductive habits, and negative influences. Environment, routines, and interactions shape behavior. Design circumstances to support action rather than hinder it. Clear goals, combined with disciplined focus, create momentum that sustains long-term achievement even in the presence of challenges. Learning from experience accelerates results. Analyze past successes and failures to refine strategies. Identify which actions generated results and which were ineffective. Adjust routines and techniques accordingly. Consistency without learning can lead to wasted effort, whereas reflection ensures that each step moves you closer to your objective. Visualization helps anticipate potential pitfalls, and review helps prevent repetition of mistakes. Continuous improvement reinforces confidence and efficiency. Persistence is a cornerstone of success. Daily action must continue even when progress feels slow. Long-term goals are achieved through repeated, small steps. Recognize that setbacks are temporary and part of the process. Resilience combined with clear vision ensures that effort remains productive. Each day of consistent effort compounds over time, producing results far beyond initial expectations. Goal achievement requires patience. Results are rarely immediate, and delayed gratification is a critical skill. Maintaining consistent effort while trusting the process distinguishes those who succeed from those who falter. Visualization strengthens patience by keeping the end state vivid in your mind. Action reinforces belief in progress, even when outcomes are not yet visible. Patience combined with persistent effort guarantees eventual success. Clarity, visualization, consistent action, reflection, focus, learning, and persistence form a cycle of achievement. Each element reinforces the other, creating momentum that accelerates progress. When goals are precise, emotionally compelling, and broken into manageable steps, daily action becomes meaningful and productive. The mind and body work in concert toward achievement, translating vision into reality. By committing to clear goals and consistent daily action, you transform abstract ambition into tangible results. Every decision, choice, and effort aligns with a purpose, creating cumulative progress. Visualization fuels direction, action builds momentum, reflection strengthens judgment, and persistence ensures completion. The combination of these principles produces lasting impact, fosters resilience, and cultivates the mindset necessary to achieve any objective. Success is not left to chance. It is built intentionally, step by step, with clarity, focus, and unwavering effort. Through disciplined visualization and daily action, the ability to achieve even the most ambitious goals becomes inevitable. Life becomes structured, purposeful, and productive. Progress accumulates, confidence grows, and the power to shape your future strengthens. Daily engagement with clear objectives ensures that your vision is not only imagined, but realized. Every action matters, every choice counts, and each day becomes an investment in your long-term success. Consistency transforms dreams into reality, and clarity directs effort with precision, ensuring that your potential is fully realized and wealth, achievement, and personal fulfillment follow naturally. Chapter 3. Build resilience by embracing challenges and learning constantly. Resilience is the ability to withstand difficulties and continue moving forward with purpose. It is not an innate trait, but a skill developed through intentional practice and experience. Every challenge presents an opportunity to strengthen this skill, to grow stronger, and to prepare for future obstacles. Life will inevitably test your patience, determination, and creativity, but the way you respond defines your trajectory. Embracing challenges requires a mindset shift where obstacles are viewed as lessons rather than setbacks. The first step is to recognize that discomfort and adversity are essential elements of growth. Avoiding them delays progress, while facing them head-on accelerates strength and wisdom. Learning constantly fuels resilience. Knowledge equips you to navigate difficulties with clarity and confidence. Adopt a habit of continuous learning, not as a task but as a lifestyle. Seek insights from books, mentors, experiences, and even failures. Every situation contains a lesson that can enhance your skills, perspective, and problem-solving abilities. Treat challenges as natural experiments that reveal both weaknesses and hidden strengths. When you focus on what can be learned instead of what was lost or failed, you transform frustration into progress. Discipline underpins resilience. Facing challenges requires a structured approach that keeps you grounded even when circumstances are unstable. Establish routines that support both mental and emotional stability. This includes regular reflection, goal setting, and skill development. Perspective shapes response. Maintaining a broader view helps prevent overreaction to temporary setbacks. Understand that obstacles are part of a larger journey, and success is measured by long-term consistency rather than immediate comfort. Resilient individuals view problems as transient and solvable. This perspective reduces anxiety and creates space for rational decision-making. By distancing emotion from circumstance, you respond proactively instead of reactively, transforming challenges into opportunities for growth. Adaptability is central to resilience. Conditions change, and plans often need adjustment. Developing the ability to pivot without losing focus is a critical skill. This requires observation, analysis, and a willingness to modify strategies based on new information. Stubborn adherence to ineffective methods leads to unnecessary struggle. Learning how to adapt quickly and intelligently allows you to maintain momentum despite unforeseen difficulties. Resilience is reinforced when flexibility becomes part of your approach to challenges. Strength is built incrementally. Small, consistent efforts to overcome minor obstacles prepare you for larger difficulties. Do not wait for monumental challenges to test your capabilities. Embrace daily frustrations, delays, and minor failures as opportunities to practice patience, problem-solving, and emotional control. Each conquered difficulty increases confidence and reinforces your ability to handle greater adversity. Resilience grows in layers built on repeated demonstrations of commitment, persistence, and courage. Reflection enhances learning. After every challenge, take time to analyze what worked, what failed, and what could be improved. Honest assessment is crucial for growth. Avoid self-criticism focused on blame. Instead, focus on actionable insights that improve future outcomes. Document lessons learned and revisit them periodically. This creates a personal library of strategies and approaches that you can draw upon when faced with new obstacles. Learning becomes cumulative, turning experience into wisdom. Emotional regulation strengthens resilience. Difficult circumstances often trigger stress, frustration, or fear. The ability to control emotional responses ensures clarity in decision-making and reduces unnecessary setbacks. Techniques such as mindfulness, deep breathing, or structured reflection help manage these responses. The more you practice emotional control in smaller challenges, the more capable you become when confronted with high-stakes situations. Resilience is not just about enduring hardship, but maintaining composure and judgment throughout it. Problem-solving skills are essential. Each challenge presents a puzzle that must be approached with logic and creativity. Develop a systematic method to address obstacles, define the problem clearly, identify possible solutions, evaluate risks, and take decisive action. Practice seeking multiple approaches rather than relying on a single method. Over time, this approach becomes intuitive, enabling rapid and effective responses even under pressure. The combination of experience, learning, and structured problem-solving fortifies resilience. Consistency in effort is critical. Resilience is less about avoiding failure and more about continuing forward despite it. Daily commitment to action, learning, and improvement creates momentum that carries through periods of difficulty. Even when immediate results are not visible, consistent effort compounds into strength, knowledge, and capability. The discipline of showing up daily, especially when challenges feel overwhelming, cements the habit of perseverance, which is the foundation of resilient behavior. Mentorship accelerates growth. Learning from others who have faced and overcome significant challenges provides guidance, perspective, and tested strategies. Mentors can offer insights that shorten the learning curve, highlighting pitfalls and opportunities that might otherwise go unnoticed. Engaging with mentors or peers who demonstrate resilience reinforces your own commitment to growth and provides encouragement when obstacles feel insurmountable. Collective wisdom enhances personal strength. Self-belief is fundamental. Confidence in your ability to overcome challenges fosters action instead of paralysis. Trust in the process and in your accumulated skills allows you to tackle difficulties decisively. Doubt undermines effort and creates hesitation that can magnify problems. Resilient individuals cultivate internal assurance that every challenge has a solution within their capacity to discover or create. Belief in oneself motivates persistence and sustains momentum through adversity. Resourcefulness complements resilience. When faced with challenges, identify all available tools, knowledge, and support systems to address the situation. Creative use of resources often determines whether obstacles are overcome efficiently or necessarily prolonged. Consider alternative strategies, collaborate with others, and leverage skills in innovative ways. Resourcefulness turns limitations into opportunities, reinforcing the mindset that challenges are manageable rather than overwhelming. Preparation reduces the impact of adversity. Anticipate potential challenges and develop contingency plans. Resilient individuals do not wait for problems to strike unprepared. Risk assessment, scenario planning, and skill development create a buffer that allows rapid recovery when difficulties arise. Being proactive in preparation reinforces confidence, reduces stress, and strengthens the capacity to respond effectively when the unexpected occurs. Patience reinforces learning and resilience. Growth and problem-solving take time, and immediate results are not always achievable. Avoid the temptation to seek quick fixes. Long-term improvement requires deliberate practice, reflection, and adaptation. Patience enables sustained effort, allowing lessons to be absorbed fully and applied strategically. Over time, the combination of persistence and patience builds resilience that can withstand even prolonged challenges. Accountability strengthens perseverance. Hold yourself responsible for responses to challenges, actions taken, and lessons applied. Avoid deflecting blame or making excuses. Internal accountability ensures that setbacks are transformed into productive experiences rather than repeated mistakes. This self-discipline reinforces resilience by creating a feedback loop where every challenge contributes to knowledge, skill, and emotional fortitude. Health and energy impact resilience. Physical well-being supports mental clarity and endurance. Regular exercise, proper nutrition, and sufficient rest improve capacity to handle stress, make decisions, and sustain effort under pressure. Neglecting health reduces mental sharpness and emotional control, undermining the ability to face challenges effectively. Integrating self-care into routines strengthens resilience by maintaining the energy necessary to act consistently. Perspective on failure transforms resilience. Understand that failure is not a verdict on your worth, but a data point for growth. Analyzing mistakes, learning lessons, and applying insights fosters improvement and prevents stagnation. Resilient individuals embrace failure as a stepping stone rather than a permanent obstacle. Reframing setbacks as opportunities to develop skill and judgment enhances confidence, adaptability, and long-term success. Focus amplifies capability. Concentrating on the task or problem at hand prevents distraction, wasted effort, and reactive responses. Develop the ability to maintain attention under pressure. Deliberate focus ensures efficient problem-solving and prevents mental exhaustion. The more consistently you can sustain attention on solutions rather than the problem itself, the more capable and resilient you become. Focus turns adversity into manageable, solvable challenges. Growth mindset is essential. Believe that abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort, learning, and perseverance. Challenges are opportunities to expand skill, knowledge, and capability. A growth mindset fosters curiosity, experimentation, and resilience, allowing you to face setbacks without fear of permanent failure. Viewing challenges as opportunities for development strengthens determination and fuels continuous improvement. Every challenge embraced, every lesson learned, and every adaptation made compounds into strength over time. Resilience is built incrementally through consistent effort, reflection, emotional regulation, and strategic action. Facing challenges deliberately rather than avoiding them transforms obstacles into opportunities. By maintaining focus, learning constantly, and cultivating patience and adaptability, resilience becomes a defining characteristic. It is the force that enables you to endure hardship, recover quickly, and continue progressing toward long-term goals. Developing resilience is a lifelong process. Each new difficulty faced and each lesson internalized contributes to an ever-expanding ability to manage complexity, stress, and uncertainty. With consistent practice, challenges no longer appear as threats, but as integral components of growth. The combination of self-discipline, continuous learning, strategic action, and emotional fortitude ensures that adversity strengthens rather than weakens. Resilience becomes a reliable tool that supports sustained progress, achievement, and personal mastery. By embracing challenges and learning constantly, you cultivate a mindset that thrives under pressure, adapts to change, and leverages experience to achieve greater results. Each day presents opportunities to practice resilience, refine skills, and expand capacity. Through deliberate action, reflection, and continuous improvement, the ability to face difficulties with strength, clarity, and confidence becomes second nature. Life's obstacles transform from impediments into instruments of growth, propelling you towards success with greater skill, insight, and unwavering determination. Chapter 4. Master money management and grow your wealth intelligently. Managing money effectively is the cornerstone of building lasting wealth. Without control over finances, opportunities are wasted, stress increases, and long-term goals become difficult to achieve. Intelligent wealth growth begins with understanding where every dollar comes from and where it goes. Tracking income, expenses, and obligations provides clarity and control. Awareness of cash flow allows for informed decisions, prioritization of needs versus wants, and identification of areas where money can work more efficiently. Financial mastery is not about earning more alone. It is about maximizing the potential of what you already have. The first step is creating a structured budget that reflects both current obligations and future goals. Identify fixed expenses, discretionary spending, and potential savings. Allocate resources toward growth-oriented activities such as investments, skill development, and business opportunities. A clear plan reduces impulse decisions and creates confidence in financial stability. Discipline in following a budget ensures that money is directed toward purposes that align with long-term objectives rather than short-term gratification. Emergency funds are a crucial element of intelligent money management. Unexpected expenses can disrupt even the most carefully laid plans. Setting aside a financial safety net protects progress and prevents the need to liquidate investments or incur debt during challenging times. An emergency fund provides security, reduces anxiety, and allows for risk-taking in investments without jeopardizing essential needs. This foundation allows for deliberate wealth-building strategies to unfold without constant worry over immediate financial survival. Debt management is central to mastering money. Not all debt is detrimental, but uncontrolled liabilities limit financial flexibility and reduce the ability to invest effectively. Prioritize high-interest obligations for repayment while maintaining manageable, growth-oriented debt strategically. Understanding the difference between liabilities and assets helps in allocating resources wisely. Paying off unnecessary debt frees cash flow for opportunities that generate returns, rather than servicing obligations that drain financial energy. Investing intelligently is the next step toward wealth creation. Research options carefully and understand risk versus reward for each opportunity. Diversify investments to reduce exposure to volatility and ensure sustainable growth. Long-term strategies such as equities, real estate, and passive income streams provide compounding returns over time. Avoid impulsive decisions based on trends or speculation. Intelligent investing is deliberate, consistent, and informed, emphasizing stability while capturing opportunities for growth. Automating savings and investments enhances financial discipline. Set up recurring transfers to savings accounts, retirement funds, or investment portfolios. Automation removes reliance on willpower and ensures consistent progress toward wealth goals. Over time, regular contributions compound into substantial assets. The consistency of automated financial habits reinforces long-term strategy and prevents the temptation to redirect funds toward short-term desires. Understanding the value of money extends beyond its numerical worth. Financial literacy involves recognizing how money can be leveraged to create additional opportunities. Educate yourself about taxation, investment vehicles, interest rates, and market trends. Knowledge equips you to maximize returns, minimize unnecessary expenses, and identify profitable ventures. Intelligent money management is rooted in continuous learning and application of insights gained through research, mentorship, and experience. Tracking progress is essential. Maintain detailed records of income, expenses, assets, and liabilities. Regular review allows for adjustments, identification of patterns, and timely intervention when habits drift. Tracking transforms abstract goals into tangible metrics that guide daily choices. By visualizing financial performance, decisions become informed, deliberate, and aligned with overarching objectives. This accountability ensures that effort translates into measurable results. Strategic allocation of resources is critical. Prioritize spending on activities that increase value, generate income, or improve skill. Limit expenditures that do not contribute to long-term goals. Treat money as a tool rather than a reward in itself. Strategic allocation requires foresight, discipline, and constant evaluation. By consciously directing funds toward high-impact areas, financial growth accelerates while unnecessary waste is minimized. Risk assessment strengthens intelligent wealth building. Evaluate potential gains against possible losses before committing resources. Understand that high rewards often involve higher risks, but informed choices reduce exposure to catastrophic setbacks. Implement risk management strategies such as diversification, hedging, and contingency planning. Calculated risk-taking is essential for growth, but reckless decisions undermine stability. Intelligence in finance is defined by the ability to balance opportunity with protection. Time is a key ally in wealth accumulation. The earlier financial habits are established, the greater the benefits of compounding returns. Consistent effort over years transforms modest contributions into substantial wealth. Delaying action reduces potential and increases reliance on higher risk strategies to catch up. Prioritize early implementation of disciplined money management practices to maximize growth and ensure long-term financial security. Income diversification increases resilience. Relying solely on a single source of earnings exposes vulnerability to economic shifts, job loss, or market changes. Explore additional streams, such as side businesses, investments, or royalties. Mindset shapes financial outcomes. Cultivate a mindset focused on growth, learning, and long-term vision. Avoid short-term thinking driven by instant gratification or fear. Confidence in financial decisions grows from knowledge, planning, and disciplined execution. Emotional control ensures that fear or excitement does not lead to impulsive actions. A deliberate mindset supports consistent action and prudent risk-taking, essential components of intelligent wealth building. Continuous evaluation strengthens strategies. Financial circumstances, market conditions, and personal goals evolve over time. Regularly reassess investments, spending habits, and income streams to ensure alignment with objectives. Adaptation preserves progress and capitalizes on new opportunities. Monitoring progress and implementing corrective measures prevents stagnation and ensures that resources are used effectively toward achieving maximum wealth potential. Leverage networks to enhance opportunities. Surround yourself with individuals who provide insights, guidance, and collaboration potential. Mentors, peers, and advisors expand knowledge, reveal investment prospects, and offer accountability. Wealth is often accelerated through informed relationships and shared expertise. Strategic networking complements personal effort by providing access to resources and perspectives that may otherwise remain unavailable. Discipline in spending supports growth. Avoid unnecessary luxury purchases and focus on value creation. Evaluate every expense for its potential to contribute to long-term objectives. Small, repeated decisions compound into significant differences over time. Frugality paired with investment in assets strengthens financial stability and accelerates wealth accumulation. Controlled spending ensures that resources are directed toward productive uses rather than temporary satisfaction. Understanding taxation and legal frameworks enhances financial efficiency. Minimizing liabilities through informed strategies preserves more of what you earn. Knowledge of regulations, deductions, and legal structures allows you to retain capital for investment and growth. Intelligent financial planning integrates tax strategy, compliance, and wealth-building objectives, ensuring that money is protected and utilized effectively. Financial education is ongoing. Markets change, new investment vehicles emerge, and economic conditions shift. Commit to lifelong learning to remain informed, adaptive, and proactive. Attend seminars, read relevant literature, and engage with experts. Staying informed allows for intelligent adjustments to strategies and the identification of opportunities before others recognize them. Knowledge continuously compounds into advantage. Generosity and strategic giving complement wealth management. Allocating resources toward meaningful contributions strengthens networks, fosters goodwill, and can create new opportunities. Charitable actions can also provide tax benefits, reinforcing intelligent financial planning. Thoughtful giving reflects discipline and awareness in managing wealth responsibly, while enhancing personal fulfillment and social impact. Long-term vision is essential for wealth growth. Immediate gratification often conflicts with future prosperity. Prioritize investments, savings, and strategic actions that produce enduring value. Resist temptations that provide short-term satisfaction but hinder long-term progress. Maintaining focus on the end goal aligns daily actions with sustained growth, ensuring that intelligent money management delivers lasting results. Every decision must be intentional. Whether spending, investing, or saving, deliberate action determines financial outcomes. Avoid reactive behavior driven by trends, peer influence, or emotion. Financial mastery is not solely about accumulation, but about control, clarity, and strategic growth. Discipline, knowledge, planning, risk management, and adaptability combine to create a system where money works for you rather than against you. Implementing these principles consistently produces compounding benefits that extend beyond finances to personal confidence, freedom, and influence. Through structured management, intelligent investing, consistent monitoring, and continuous learning, wealth becomes a product of deliberate action rather than chance. Every effort to control, allocate, and grow resources compounds into long-term prosperity. Mastering money involves understanding its power, respecting its potential, and applying principles with discipline, foresight, and strategic intent. By doing so, financial security, independence, and lasting wealth become inevitable outcomes of informed, intentional, and consistent effort. Chapter 5. Expand knowledge through continuous reading and practical application. Knowledge is a powerful tool that shapes decisions, influences opportunities, and drives success. The ability to learn continuously and apply insights in real life differentiates those who achieve extraordinary results from those who remain stagnant. Expanding knowledge requires more than passive consumption. It demands active engagement, curiosity, and deliberate effort. Reading provides access to ideas, strategies, and experiences beyond one's immediate environment. Practical application transforms these insights into tangible skills and results, allowing knowledge to compound into advantage over time. Start by committing to consistent reading as a daily practice. Select materials that challenge your understanding, broaden your perspective, and provide actionable insights. Avoid content that is purely entertainment-driven or lacking substance. Focus on books, articles, and reports that enhance professional expertise, financial literacy, personal development, and strategic thinking. Structured reading nurtures critical thinking and exposes you to concepts and experiences that would otherwise take years to encounter firsthand. Diverse sources of knowledge accelerate growth. Explore subjects outside your immediate field, to cultivate creativity, adaptability, and cross-disciplinary thinking. Business leaders, innovators, and successful individuals often draw connections between seemingly unrelated areas. Expanding your knowledge base equips you to recognize patterns, identify opportunities, and solve complex problems with clarity. Exposure to multiple disciplines fosters flexibility and prepares you for unpredictable challenges. Active engagement enhances learning. Take notes, highlight key concepts, and summarize ideas in your own words. Reflection solidifies understanding and improves recall. Asking questions about the material promotes critical analysis rather than passive absorption. Engage with the content as if you will need to teach it or implement it in real life. Active learning transforms reading from a passive habit into a tool for practical skill development and strategic thinking. Immediate application reinforces retention and impact. Identify ways to implement lessons in daily life, work, or personal projects. Theory without action rarely produces results. Whether it involves testing a new productivity technique, applying a financial strategy, or experimenting with cognizant skills, practical implementation transforms knowledge into capability. Action provides feedback, reveals limitations, and strengthens competence, ensuring that learning translates into tangible progress. Consistency in expanding knowledge creates compounding advantages. Allocate dedicated time each day or week to study, read, and practice new skills. Even small, regular increments accumulate into profound growth over months and years. Discipline in this practice builds momentum, reinforces focus, and ensures that learning is sustained rather than sporadic. Regular engagement prevents stagnation and positions you ahead of peers who treat knowledge as incidental rather than intentional. Seek mentorship and dialogue to accelerate understanding. Engage with individuals who have achieved mastery in areas you wish to excel. Discuss concepts, ask questions, and explore practical applications. Mentors provide insights that books alone cannot convey and offer real-world perspectives that contextualize learning. Collaborative exchange stimulates critical thinking, refines understanding, and uncovers nuances that may be overlooked in independent study. Curiosity drives depth and quality in learning. Approach each subject with genuine interest and a desire to understand the underlying principles, not merely surface-level information. Question assumptions, test hypotheses, and explore multiple perspectives. Curiosity encourages deeper engagement, strengthens problem-solving abilities, and enhances the capacity to innovate. A mindset of inquiry ensures that knowledge acquisition is meaningful and actionable rather than superficial. Reflection solidifies lessons and guides application. After learning new concepts, consider how they relate to current challenges or goals. Identify which principles are immediately implementable and which require preparation or experimentation. Reflection prevents knowledge from remaining abstract and ensures that ideas are translated into meaningful actions that improve performance and decision-making. Prioritize quality over quantity in learning. It is better to deeply understand a few concepts and apply them effectively than to superficially consume vast amounts of information. Depth enables mastery, strengthens confidence, and produces results that can be measured. Carefully selecting high-value sources ensures that your effort is aligned with tangible growth rather than wasted on irrelevant or repetitive content. Integration of learning into habits amplifies impact. Identify daily or weekly practices that reinforce new skills or knowledge. Routine application turns sporadic effort into continuous development. For example, applying communication strategies in conversations, practicing problem-solving techniques in work tasks, or implementing financial insights in budgeting enhances skill retention and demonstrates measurable improvement. Knowledge becomes actionable through repetition and reinforcement. Learning from failures is essential. Experiment with ideas derived from reading or mentorship, recognizing that not every attempt will succeed. Analyze results objectively to extract lessons and refine strategies. Resilience in learning ensures that setbacks contribute to growth rather than discouragement. Failure becomes a teacher, providing clarity on what works, what needs adjustment, and how to approach challenges more effectively. Tracking progress reinforces motivation and focus. Maintain a log of skills acquired, books completed, and applications implemented. Review milestones regularly to assess impact and identify areas needing additional attention. Measurable progress validates effort, strengthens commitment, and encourages the continuation of disciplined learning practices. Accountability transforms knowledge acquisition into a purposeful, results-oriented endeavor. Leverage technology to expand access to knowledge. Online courses, webinars, podcasts, and digital libraries provide resources that supplement traditional reading. Utilize platforms that offer interaction, feedback, and practical exercises. Technology allows efficient learning, provides real-time updates on relevant developments, and enables engagement with experts globally. Integrating digital resources enhances both speed and quality of knowledge acquisition. Critical thinking is a cornerstone of practical application. Do not accept information at face value. Analyze, question, and evaluate credibility before implementing new ideas. Understanding context, limitations, and implications ensures that knowledge is applied intelligently. Critical thinking transforms learning from mere consumption into strategic decision-making, reducing errors and maximizing effectiveness. Time management ensures sustained growth. Allocate specific periods for reading, reflection, and practical exercises without interference from distractions. Treat learning as a priority rather than a secondary activity. Structured time allocation maximizes focus, enhances retention, and prevents knowledge from being superficial. Consistency coupled with intention produces cumulative results that multiply over time. Networking with peers in learning communities enhances understanding. Engaging in discussions, debates, and collaborative projects exposes you to alternative viewpoints and practical strategies. Collective knowledge expands perspective, accelerates problem solving, and fosters creativity. Interaction with others strengthens both understanding and application, creating opportunities for mentorship, feedback, and growth. Documenting insights ensures long-term utility. Maintain a system for recording lessons learned, strategies tested, and principles applied. Review and update this repository regularly to reinforce memory and guide future decisions. Documentation transforms fragmented experiences into a coherent framework of actionable knowledge, increasing efficiency and effectiveness in achieving goals. Adapt learning to changing circumstances. Knowledge must evolve with shifts in markets, technology, and personal objectives. Remain flexible, update skills, and incorporate emerging insights to stay relevant and effective. Adaptability in application ensures that knowledge continues to produce results despite changing conditions. Continuous refinement prevents stagnation and keeps progress aligned with long-term goals. Sharing knowledge reinforces understanding and impact. Teaching concepts, mentoring others, or presenting insights strengthens mastery and highlights areas needing further clarification. Knowledge applied and shared produces both personal and social benefits, creating influence, collaboration, and new opportunities. The act of sharing consolidates learning while generating practical results for yourself and others. Balance learning with action. Accumulating knowledge without implementation limits growth. Integrate theory with practice consistently to ensure that insights translate into skills, decisions, and results. Knowledge combined with deliberate execution produces measurable progress, strengthens confidence, and positions you for continued advancement. The cycle of learning, applying, reflecting, and refining creates exponential personal development. By committing to continuous reading, deliberate practice, and practical application, knowledge evolves from abstract concepts into powerful tools for achievement. Each day invested in learning compounds into increased capability, strategic insight, and tangible results. Disciplined study, active engagement, and consistent implementation ensure that knowledge drives growth, expands opportunities, and cultivates the skills required to achieve both personal and financial success. Through this process, mastery emerges and potential becomes reality. Start by identifying the qualities you seek in connections. Look for mentors, peers, and professionals who demonstrate expertise, discipline, and a willingness to share knowledge. Seek individuals whose values align with your own goals and whose experiences can provide guidance in areas where you wish to grow. Networking without purpose wastes energy. Clarity about the kind of people you want to engage with ensures meaningful and mutually beneficial relationships. The people you surround yourself with directly influence your mindset, opportunities, and level of success. Strategic networking is more than exchanging contacts. It is intentionally cultivating relationships that inspire growth, provide guidance, and elevate your thinking. Every interaction presents a chance to learn, gain perspective, and access resources that may not be available through independent effort. Associating with individuals who embody ambition, integrity, and insight accelerates your development and shapes habits that support achievement. Chapter 6. Network strategically with people who inspire and elevate. Attend events and environments where high-value connections naturally gather. Industry conferences, seminars, workshops, and mastermind groups offer access to individuals who are serious about growth and achievement. Participation in these spaces allows exposure to ideas, strategies, and experiences that would otherwise remain inaccessible. Strategic placement ensures that networking efforts are concentrated in areas with the highest potential for meaningful engagement. Approach networking with authenticity. Genuine interest and respect create trust and foster long-lasting connections. Avoid superficial interactions focused solely on what others can provide for you. Engage thoughtfully, listen actively, and contribute value whenever possible. People are more likely to invest time, guidance, and opportunities when they sense sincerity and commitment. Building relationships rooted in authenticity strengthens both personal and professional influence. Leverage social platforms intelligently. Professional networks, discussion forums, and content-sharing sites provide avenues to connect with influential individuals across the globe. Use these platforms to share insights, demonstrate expertise, and engage in thoughtful discussion. Online interactions, when approached strategically, extend your reach beyond local limitations and allow for consistent relationship building with high-impact individuals. Focus on mutual benefit in relationships. Identify ways to support others' goals, provide insights, or connect them with valuable resources. Reciprocity strengthens trust, creates goodwill, and encourages continued collaboration. Relationships built solely on personal gain tend to be short-lived. Elevating others while pursuing your own objectives produces a network of individuals who are invested in collective success, creating opportunities that are sustainable and meaningful. Learn from every interaction. Each conversation, collaboration, or mentorship opportunity can reveal new perspectives, strategies, or insights. Treat networking as an ongoing education rather than a transactional task. Extract lessons from discussions, observe successful habits, and apply relevant techniques in your own endeavors. Every connection becomes a potential source of growth when approached with curiosity and openness. Consistency is essential in networking. Relationships require attention, engagement, and follow-up. Regularly check in, offer support, and share relevant insights. Maintaining connections prevents drift and ensures that your network remains active, supportive, and engaged. Consistent interaction demonstrates reliability, fosters trust, and positions you as a valued member of the community. Practice active listening. Truly understand the perspectives, challenges, and goals of others. Listening more than speaking demonstrates respect and allows you to gather insights that can inform decisions, strategies, and collaborations. Understanding others deeply strengthens rapport, builds trust, and positions you as someone who is thoughtful, capable, and reliable. Surround yourself with diverse thinkers. Exposure to different perspectives encourages creativity, problem-solving, and adaptability. Engage with individuals from varied industries, backgrounds, and experiences to challenge assumptions and expand understanding. Diversity in connections ensures that your network provides a wide range of insights and reduces the risk of echo chambers that limit growth. Set clear intentions for each relationship. Understand what you hope to learn, contribute, or achieve through engagement. Clarity and purpose directs interactions, maximizes value, and ensures that time invested in networking produces measurable benefits. Intentionality prevents aimless socializing and fosters relationships that drive personal and professional advancement. Provide value through expertise and insight. Share knowledge, offer guidance, or contribute solutions in areas where you excel. Demonstrating competence enhances credibility, strengthens influence, and attracts individuals who can provide reciprocal guidance or opportunities. Being a resource to others positions you as a valuable connection, increasing the quality of relationships in your network. Cultivate a mindset of abundance. Approach networking with the belief that opportunities for growth, collaboration, and advancement are plentiful. Avoid envy, competition, or scarcity-driven thinking. Individuals who operate from an abundant mindset attract similar energy, fostering positive, mutually beneficial interactions. Abundance-oriented networking creates an ecosystem of support rather than rivalry. Evaluate relationships periodically. Assess whether connections align with your values, goals, and growth trajectory. Be willing to distance yourself from relationships that drain energy, provide limited value, or misalign with objectives. Strategic networking requires focus, ensuring that your efforts are invested in relationships that genuinely support advancement. Maintaining quality over quantity preserves time, energy, and impact. Mentorship accelerates growth for both parties. Seek mentors who challenge, guide, and hold you accountable while offering insights based on experience. Likewise, mentor others to solidify understanding and create a legacy of influence. Mentorship fosters learning, encourages accountability, and strengthens connections through mutual investment in success. These relationships expand knowledge and cultivate a culture of excellence within your network. Embrace collaboration over competition. Working with others to achieve shared objectives strengthens relationships, amplifies results, and cultivates trust. Collaborative efforts provide opportunities to observe successful strategies, access new networks, and produce outcomes unattainable alone. Networking with a cooperative mindset increases influence, visibility, and long-term benefit for all parties involved. Communicate clearly and effectively. Express intentions, goals, and contributions in a manner that is concise, transparent, and compelling. Clear communication fosters understanding, reduces misunderstandings, and positions you as professional and reliable. Leverage storytelling to create connection. Share experiences, lessons learned, and successes authentically to inspire, educate, and build rapport. Storytelling humanizes interactions and provides context for your expertise and values. Well-communicated narratives deepen engagement, create trust, and encourage meaningful collaboration. Take initiative in building relationships. Reach out proactively, propose collaborations, and offer assistance without waiting for opportunities to present themselves. Individuals who initiate engagement demonstrate confidence, ambition, and commitment. Proactivity accelerates network growth and positions you as someone who actively contributes to collective success rather than passively observing. Chapter 7. Prioritize time effectively and focus on high-value tasks. Integrate learning from your network into action. Apply insights, advice, and strategies gained from connections to real-world situations. Feedback from practical implementations strengthens understanding, demonstrates competence, and increases credibility within your network. Knowledge without application diminishes value, while action reinforces learning and fosters ongoing respect and engagement. By connecting strategically with individuals who inspire and elevate, you create a supportive ecosystem that promotes growth, learning, and opportunity. Every relationship cultivated with intention, authenticity, and consistency enhances personal and professional development. Network is not a superficial activity, but a deliberate investment in knowledge, perspective, and influence. Through purposeful engagement, collaboration, and application, connections become catalysts for achievement, access, and enduring success. Organize daily routines to protect blocks of uninterrupted time for high-value activities. Multitasking and constant context switching reduce efficiency and increase fatigue. Schedule periods dedicated to deep work, strategic thinking, or skill application without distractions. Guard these intervals as non-negotiable appointments. When high-priority tasks receive focused attention, quality improves, results accelerate, and progress compounds. Begin by defining your key objectives across all areas of life. Financial, professional, personal, and health-related goals should all have clear outcomes, deadlines, and measures of success. Once objectives are established, identify the tasks that directly move you toward these goals. Not every activity deserves equal attention. Focus must be bees for actions that produce exponential returns rather than incremental or negligible outcomes. Time is the most finite resource you have, and how it is managed determines the level of achievement in every area of life. Prioritizing effectively means consciously deciding where your energy, focus, and attention are spent, ensuring that every action contributes to meaningful progress. High-value tasks are those that have the greatest impact on your goals, whether they advance financial growth, skill development, relationships, or personal mastery. The first step in effective time management is clarity about priorities. Without knowing what truly matters, it is easy to drift into busyness without progress, completing tasks that are urgent but not important. Eliminate or delegate low-impact activities. Many people spend time on tasks that are convenient or familiar but produce minimal return. Assess which actions can be outsourced, automated, or minimized to free capacity for more meaningful work. Delegation is a powerful multiplier, allowing you to leverage others' skills while concentrating on areas where your contribution has the greatest effect. Break large objectives into actionable steps. High-value goals often appear daunting, which can lead to procrastination. Segment complex projects into manageable tasks with clear outcomes. Each completed step builds momentum, reinforces discipline, and ensures consistent progress. Incremental achievement maintains motivation while steadily advancing toward the overarching objective. Prioritize tasks using an impact-focused approach. Assess each potential action by its ability to produce tangible results toward your key objectives. Invest time where returns are highest, even if these tasks are challenging or uncomfortable. Avoid the trap of favoring easier or more enjoyable activities simply because they are convenient. Effectiveness comes from addressing what matters most, not what feels easiest. Apply the principle of single tasking. Concentrating on one task at a time increases effectiveness, reduces errors, and accelerates completion. Switching between tasks fragments attention, increases stress, and prolongs outcomes. Treat each high-value activity as a priority that demands full cognitive and emotional engagement until it is completed or meaningfully advanced. Develop routines that optimize energy and focus. Identify periods when concentration is naturally highest and allocate demanding tasks to these windows. Routine structures reduce decision fatigue, streamline workflow, and create predictable patterns that support sustained productivity. Aligning effort with energy ensures that high-value work is performed with maximum efficiency and quality. Use planning tools strategically. Daily, weekly, and monthly plans provide visibility over priorities, deadlines, and progress. Listing tasks according to importance allows intentional allocation of time and energy. Reviewing and adjusting plans regularly ensures alignment with shifting circumstances and evolving goals. Planning transforms abstract intentions into concrete actions, creating a roadmap for meaningful achievement. Learn to say no decisively. Time spent on distractions, obligations misaligned with goals, or unproductive commitments reduces the ability to focus on what truly matters. Protecting your schedule is essential to high performance. Politely declining non-essential tasks preserves resources for activities that create significant impact and advance strategic objectives. Batch similar tasks to improve efficiency. Grouping related activities reduces context switching and increases throughput. Administrative duties, communication, or repetitive work can be consolidated to free time for strategic actions. Batching complements focus on high-value tasks by minimizing interruptions and preserving cognitive resources for critical work. Track time spent to identify inefficiencies. Observing how each hour is used highlights patterns, wasted effort, and opportunities for improvement. Data-driven insight allows refinement of routines, elimination of low-value habits, and optimization of daily schedules. Awareness of time allocation strengthens accountability and supports consistent focus on priority tasks. Reflect daily on accomplishments and adjustments needed. Regular evaluation of progress identifies what is working, what requires refinement, and where priorities should shift. Reflection provides insight into patterns of effectiveness, reinforces accountability, and ensures that effort remains aligned with meaningful outcomes. Continuous improvement transforms time management from reactive to proactive. Leverage technology selectively. Use tools for task management, scheduling reminders, and productivity tracking, but avoid distractions inherent in digital devices. Technology should support high-value work, not fragment attention or create unnecessary engagement. When used intentionally, digital systems can amplify efficiency, provide oversight, and free mental capacity for strategic thinking. Incorporate deliberate breaks to maintain peak performance. Sustained effort without rest diminishes quality, creativity, and resilience. Structured pauses allow recovery, reflection, and mental clarity, enabling more effective work during periods of focused activity. Intelligent time management balances effort with renewal to ensure consistent, high-quality output. Establish boundaries to safeguard focus. Minimize interruptions from colleagues, notifications, or social obligations during periods dedicated to high-priority tasks. Clear communication of availability reinforces respect for your time and enables sustained concentration. Boundaries create the space necessary for deep engagement with meaningful work. Delegate decision-making for routine matters. Reduce cognitive load by creating protocols for repeated choices or entrusting others with low-impact decisions. This frees mental energy for critical tasks that directly influence success. Efficient allocation of mental resources supports sharper focus on high-value activities and reduces exhaustion from minor concerns. Visualize outcomes to guide daily effort. Keeping goals tangible in mind reinforces motivation, clarifies priorities, and strengthens commitment to high-impact tasks. Visualization transforms abstract objectives into concrete targets that inform scheduling, resource allocation, and energy distribution. Clear awareness of desired results increases the likelihood of intentional action and sustained focus. Develop resilience to distractions and setbacks. High-value work often involves challenges, delays, or resistance. Maintain composure, reorient focus, and adjust strategies without losing momentum. Resilience ensures that obstacles do not derail progress and that time invested continues to produce meaningful outcomes. Regularly reassess priorities in alignment with long-term goals. Circumstances change, opportunities emerge, and personal objectives evolve. Periodic review allows for adjustments in focus, resource allocation, and effort distribution. Strategic flexibility ensures that time remains invested in the highest impact areas, maximizing both efficiency and results. Consistency compounds results. Daily focus on high-value tasks, disciplined scheduling, and intentional effort produces exponential growth over time. Repeated execution reinforces habits, strengthens skill, and accelerates achievement. Time, when directed consistently toward meaningful objectives, becomes a powerful engine for transformation and success. Chapter 8. Develop unwavering confidence and trust your decision-making. By prioritizing effectively, concentrating on high-impact tasks, and structuring time intentionally, each day becomes a building block toward extraordinary achievement. Discipline, clarity, and reflection transform hours into measurable progress, ensuring that effort is not wasted, but compounded. Effective time management creates the space, focus, and energy required to achieve goals, enhance skill, and realize potential at the highest level. Every decision about how to spend time directly shapes results, influence, and the capacity to reach ambitious objectives. Confidence is not an innate trait. It is cultivated through deliberate practice, experience, and self-trust. Believing in your abilities and decisions shapes outcomes, because uncertainty and hesitation often undermine potential success. Developing unwavering confidence requires understanding your strengths, acknowledging limitations, and taking consistent action despite fear or doubt. Every choice you make reinforces your trust in yourself, creating a feedback loop that strengthens both competence and courage. Start by clarifying your values and principles. Confidence grows when decisions are anchored in a clear sense of purpose and personal integrity. Knowing what you stand for and what outcomes matter most allows you to act decisively without being swayed by external pressures or opinions. Aligning decisions with your core principles produces consistency, credibility, and inner certainty that forms the foundation of unwavering confidence. Embrace calculated risk. Confidence does not mean acting recklessly. It means taking well-considered actions while accepting responsibility for outcomes. Evaluate potential benefits and consequences objectively, gather necessary information, and make choices that align with goals. Trusting yourself to navigate risk reinforces self-belief and develops resilience, demonstrating that your decisions can produce meaningful results even in uncertainty. Preparation is critical. Thorough knowledge, careful planning, and skill development reduce uncertainty and provide a basis for confident action. When you understand a situation deeply and anticipate possible challenges, decision-making becomes informed rather than impulsive. Preparation allows you to respond to obstacles with composure and insight rather than hesitation or panic. Small successes compound into greater confidence. Begin by taking action in areas where competence is already established, completing tasks with diligence and excellence. Each success reinforces your self-assurance and validates your ability to make decisions. Gradually tackle increasingly complex challenges, allowing experience to expand both skill and confidence. Consistent action strengthens belief in your own judgment. Overcome self-doubt through evidence-based reflection. Review past decisions that led to positive outcomes. Analyze the factors behind your successes and internalize the patterns of effective decision-making. Objective reflection prevents negative self-talk from undermining confidence and reminds you of proven capabilities. Learning from past experiences builds a realistic and resilient sense of self-assurance. Trusting your intuition complements rational analysis. While logic and research are vital, instinct often reflects accumulated knowledge and experience that may not be consciously recognized. Listening to intuition in conjunction with objective evaluation produces quicker, more effective decision-making. Confidence grows when you recognize your ability to integrate analytical thought with instinctive insight. Surround yourself with supportive and constructive individuals. Confidence thrives in an environment that encourages growth, provides honest feedback, and celebrates effort and achievement. Engage with people who challenge you, offer perspective, and inspire you to reach higher standards. The right environment nurtures courage, reinforces decision-making, and validates capability. Eliminate fear of failure. Confidence is strengthened by accepting that mistakes are part of growth rather than indicators of inadequacy. Treat setbacks as lessons that refine judgment and improve future choices. A mindset that embraces learning from errors rather than fearing them reinforces trust in your ability to navigate challenges successfully. Practice decision-making deliberately. Avoid deferring or overanalyzing every choice. Start with smaller, lower-stakes decisions to build consistency, speed, and accuracy in judgment. Gradually move toward more significant decisions, applying the same principles of preparation, evaluation, and responsibility. Regular practice strengthens confidence in both the process and the outcomes of decision-making. Cultivate emotional regulation. Confidence is often undermined by anxiety, stress, or impulsivity. Develop habits that allow calm, measured responses to pressure or uncertainty. Techniques such as mindfulness, reflection, and controlled breathing enhance clarity of thought and decision-making under challenging conditions. Emotional control ensures that self-assurance is grounded in rationality and composure rather than ego or bravado. Visualization enhances self-belief. Mentally rehearse scenarios, decisions, and desired outcomes. Picture yourself executing choices with clarity, competence, and composure. Visualization reinforces mental preparedness, reduces anxiety, and strengthens the psychological foundation of confidence. Repeated mental practice complements real-world experience to create certainty in your abilities. Maintain self-discipline in actions and commitments. Confidence grows when words, intentions, and behaviors are aligned. Following through on promises, completing tasks, and honoring agreements with yourself and others builds trust internally and externally. Integrity and reliability reinforce belief in your capacity to make and uphold decisions effectively. Affirm competence through deliberate statements and reflection. Reinforce belief in your skills and judgment through self-affirmation and acknowledgement of accomplishments. Remind yourself of capabilities regularly, particularly when facing uncertainty. Affirmations, when rooted in reality and evidence, consolidate a strong sense of self-assurance that supports decisive action. Seek feedback and adjust. Confident individuals remain open to insights from others without being dominated by them. Constructive feedback provides information for refinement and learning, enhancing future decisions. Trusting yourself does not mean ignoring input. It means integrating advice with personal judgment to make informed choices. Balance between independence and receptiveness strengthens confidence and improves outcomes. Develop resilience in the face of external judgment. Confidence depends on valuing your own perspective while considering others' input appropriately. Avoid being paralyzed by criticism, social pressure, or comparison. Decisive individuals act based on informed judgment and personal standards, maintaining focus on objectives despite external noise. This resilience reinforces trust in your own choices. Recognize the impact of preparation and execution. Confidence is a product of both planning and action. Thoughtful preparation increases clarity, while decisive execution reinforces belief in capabilities. Avoid delaying action unnecessarily. Taking informed steps builds momentum and demonstrates that decisions lead to results. Create a structured approach for evaluating decisions. Identify objectives, alternatives, potential risks, and expected outcomes systematically. Having a framework reduces hesitation, increases clarity, and reinforces confidence by providing a repeatable method for assessing options. Structured evaluation enhances reliability and minimizes doubt in both minor and significant choices. Commit to continuous learning. Confidence is strengthened when knowledge, skills, and experience are constantly expanding. Seek new challenges, acquire expertise, and refine judgment. The more capable you become in multiple domains, the more assured you are in executing decisions, navigating complexity, and leading others. Growth and confidence are inseparable. By taking responsibility for every choice, preparing thoroughly, learning from outcomes, and acting decisively, confidence transforms from a fragile perception to a durable strength. Trusting your decision-making allows you to act with clarity, influence others, and pursue ambitious objectives without hesitation. Each step taken reinforces capability, and over time, unwavering confidence becomes the driving force behind success, personal mastery, and the ability to navigate life with purpose and conviction. Integrating self-reflection, disciplined practice, preparation, risk management, and resilience develops unwavering confidence. Trust in decision-making emerges not from luck, but from deliberate cultivation of skills, knowledge, and self-awareness. Confidence becomes a natural consequence of repeated action, consistent learning, and the ability to navigate uncertainty with clarity and composure. It is a skill that can be refined, strengthened, and relied upon to achieve meaningful results. Celebrate achievements to reinforce self-trust. Acknowledging completed goals, effective choices, and progress validates your ability to act with confidence. Recognition, even self-directed, strengthens the psychological foundation of decisiveness and motivates continued effort toward higher objectives. Positive reinforcement reinforces belief in judgment and competence. Chapter 9. Take calculated risks to seize profitable opportunities regularly. Opportunities are often disguised as uncertainty, and the willingness to take calculated risks separates those who achieve remarkable success from those who remain stagnant. Calculated risk is not gambling, it is the deliberate evaluation of potential outcomes, benefits and drawbacks before committing resources or action. Understanding risk, preparing adequately, and acting decisively enables you to capture opportunities that others overlook. Each decision to embrace risk thoughtfully builds courage, expands capabilities, and positions you to generate significant rewards. Start by defining clear objectives. Knowing what you want to achieve clarifies which risks are worth taking and which are unnecessary distractions. A calculated risk aligns with goals, advances progress, and maximizes potential return. Avoid impulsive decisions that are driven by fear of missing out or external pressure, as these often lead to wasted effort and missed lessons. Gather information before acting. Research, analyze data, and understand the environment surrounding the opportunity. Knowledge of variables, trends, and potential obstacles reduces uncertainty and increases confidence in decision-making. Preparation allows risks to be strategic rather than reactive, ensuring that each step taken is grounded in insight rather than guesswork. Weigh potential benefits against possible downsides. Evaluate the impact on resources, time, relationships, and long-term objectives. Consider both best-case and worst-case scenarios to determine whether the potential reward justifies the effort and exposure. A disciplined approach to assessment allows for informed choices and reduces emotional influence on critical decisions. Start with small, manageable risks. Experimenting with lower-stakes opportunities builds experience and teaches judgment without exposing you to catastrophic failure. Each successful attempt reinforces competence and improves decision-making skills. Gradually, confidence grows to tackle more significant risks with a higher potential return. Incremental exposure develops resilience and refines the ability to evaluate complex situations. Maintain a mindset oriented toward learning and growth. Every risk taken, whether successful or not, provides valuable insights. Analyze outcomes objectively, extract lessons, and integrate them into future strategies. Risk-taking without reflection misses the opportunity for growth. Developing the habit of learning from each experience strengthens judgment and improves the probability of success in subsequent ventures. Diversify risks to manage exposure. Avoid placing all resources or effort into a single opportunity. Spreading investments, attention, or experimentation across multiple initiatives increases the likelihood of positive results while mitigating the impact of setbacks. Strategic diversification balances ambition with prudence and allows for continuous momentum even when individual ventures do not succeed. Overcome fear and indecision by focusing on preparation and control. Fear is often rooted in the unknown or perceived threats, but careful analysis and structured planning reduce uncertainty. Confidence emerges when you know you have evaluated options, anticipated obstacles, and considered contingencies. Taking action with preparation transforms hesitation into momentum and positions you to capitalize on opportunities. Develop contingency plans to reduce exposure. Anticipate potential challenges and have strategies to mitigate negative outcomes. Contingency planning provides security and allows risk-taking without reckless vulnerability. Knowing that alternatives exist strengthens resolve, increases confidence, and ensures that decisions remain intentional rather than reactionary under pressure. Recognize timing as a critical factor. Profitable opportunities often require swift, decisive action once conditions are favorable, Waiting too long may result in missed potential, while premature action without sufficient information can lead to failure. Strategic timing balances readiness with responsiveness, ensuring that calculated risks are taken at the moment they can produce maximum impact. Evaluate the quality of opportunities rigorously. Not every potential venture or investment warrants attention. Focus on risks that align with your strengths, leverage your resources effectively, and offer significant upside potential. Avoid distractions or trends that appear appealing but do not advance meaningful objectives. Discernment ensures that effort and capital are deployed where they create measurable value. Trust in your capabilities. Confidence in skills, knowledge, and judgment is essential when facing uncertainty. Hesitation erodes opportunity, while decisive action reinforces self-belief. Each calculated risk taken successfully reinforces the notion that challenges can be navigated and that bold decisions can produce results. Trust allows for proactive engagement rather than passive observation. Maintain discipline in monitoring progress. After committing to a risk, observe outcomes carefully and adjust strategies as needed. Continuous assessment ensures that risks are actively managed and opportunities optimized. Discipline in execution differentiates those who succeed from those who merely attempt without refinement or follow-through. Build a support system for guidance and perspective. Engage mentors, advisors, or peers who have experience in evaluating and executing high-stakes decisions. Insight from others reduces blind spots, exposes hidden risks, and provides clarity on strategic considerations. Collaboration does not diminish ownership. It enhances the likelihood of informed and successful action. Learn to detach from emotional attachment to outcomes. While ambition drives action, excessive attachment to results can cloud judgment and create irrational decisions. Focus on process, strategy, and improvement. Outcomes may vary, but disciplined execution and analysis ensure that each experience contributes to growth and enhances future risk-taking capability. Leverage resources intelligently. Ensure that capital, time, and energy are allocated to maximize potential returns while minimizing unnecessary exposure. Efficient use of resources increases the ratio of reward to risk, allowing for repeated opportunities and sustained growth. Resource management enhances both confidence and strategic flexibility. Evaluate patterns and trends to anticipate profitable moments. Study markets, behaviors, and emerging opportunities to identify timing and alignment with your strengths. Anticipation allows for proactive action rather than reactive decisions, increasing the likelihood of capturing high-value outcomes. Observing and analyzing patterns refines judgment and informs calculated choices. Balance courage with prudence. Bold action with prudence. Bold action without strategy is reckless, and caution without action yields stagnation. Calculated risk involves deliberate judgment, careful preparation, and measured execution. The combination of courage to act and prudence to plan maximizes both opportunity and protection against unnecessary loss. Cultivate resilience to setbacks and failure. Not every calculated risk will yield the desired outcome. Recovering quickly, analyzing objectively, and applying lessons to future decisions transforms setbacks into growth. Resilience ensures momentum continues despite temporary losses, reinforcing the long-term advantages of thoughtful risk-taking. Document outcomes and lessons systematically. Record the rationale behind decisions, steps taken, and results achieved. Review regularly to extract insights, refine processes, and strengthen decision-making frameworks. A structured approach to learning from risk creates a cycle of continuous improvement that enhances judgment, efficiency, and strategic foresight. By consistently taking calculated risks, Evaluating opportunities with rigor, preparing thoroughly and learning from outcomes. You position yourself to capture exceptional rewards while minimizing exposure to unnecessary loss. Each decision strengthens judgment, cultivates resilience, and enhances the ability to act decisively in complex environments. Regular engagement with calculated risk transforms uncertainty into opportunity, competence into confidence, and potential into measurable achievement. Success favors those who combine foresight, discipline, and courage with intelligent action, creating a cycle of growth, learning, and profitable accomplishment. Celebrate successful execution to reinforce confidence and clarity. Acknowledging outcomes validates judgment, builds momentum, and reinforces the decision-making framework. Recognition of results, both internally and externally, strengthens the psychological foundation needed for consistent, disciplined risk-taking. Chapter 10. Strengthen mindset by replacing fear with proactive thinking. Begin by acknowledging fear without judgment. Understanding what triggers anxiety or hesitation provides clarity about which areas of life require focus and mental adjustment. Fear often signals areas of growth or opportunity, highlighting where attention, preparation, or skill development is needed. Observing fear objectively allows you to transform it into actionable insight rather than a paralyzing force. Fear is one of the most limiting forces in life, holding people back from pursuing opportunities, taking risks, and realizing their potential. It creates hesitation, self-doubt, and inaction, keeping ambition and progress stagnant. Replacing fear with proactive thinking is a deliberate practice that shifts the mind from reacting to uncertainty to creating control over outcomes. It involves anticipating challenges, generating solutions, and taking purposeful steps toward goals despite discomfort or uncertainty. Shift focus from problems to solutions. Instead of dwelling on what could go wrong, identify what can be done to influence outcomes positively. Proactive thinking involves breaking challenges into manageable steps and considering alternatives for each potential scenario. This approach empowers action and reduces the sense of being overwhelmed, converting uncertainty into opportunity. Strengthen decision-making by acting despite discomfort. Fear often signals unfamiliarity or perceived risk, but action in these moments develops resilience and competence. Taking consistent steps, even when unsure, builds confidence, reinforces capability, and proves that outcomes can be influenced through deliberate effort. Action transforms fear into momentum. Develop a mindset oriented toward preparation and anticipation. Consider possible obstacles, risks, and challenges before they arise. Strategize responses and create contingency plans to maintain control even in unpredictable circumstances. When the mind is prepared, fear loses its power because the unknown becomes a series of manageable scenarios rather than an undefined threat. Practice reframing negative thoughts into constructive perspectives. Replace "I can't handle this" with "I can find a way to manage this challenge." Cognitive reframing changes the internal dialogue from limitation to possibility, fostering proactive thinking and solution-oriented behavior. Over time, this shift reduces anxiety and reinforces mental strength in the face of adversity. Cultivate self-discipline to maintain focus on priorities. Fear often distracts from meaningful work, pulling attention toward low-impact concerns or avoidance behaviors. Discipline ensures that energy is directed toward high-value tasks and long-term objectives, preventing fear from dictating behavior. Regular practice of focus and commitment strengthens the mind against external and internal pressures. Embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. Fear often signals areas where potential improvement exists. By confronting challenges deliberately, skills are developed, knowledge expands, and resilience increases. Viewing obstacles as chances to enhance capability shifts the mind from defensive fear to strategic engagement, encouraging proactive decision-making and persistent effort. Use visualization to reinforce proactive behavior. Mentally rehearse navigating difficult situations successfully, implementing solutions, and achieving desired outcomes. Visualization prepares the mind to act decisively, reduces emotional reaction, and increases clarity in real-world application. Imagining effective execution creates a mental blueprint that makes action more natural and confident. Focus on what is within your control. Fear often arises from uncertainty over circumstances outside personal influence. Concentrating energy on actions, decisions, and behaviors that you can manage creates a sense of agency and reduces helplessness. Proactive thinking grows from the understanding that while outcomes may not be guaranteed, deliberate effort increases the probability of success. Practice reflection to identify patterns of fear and hesitation. Analyze moments when fear limited action and consider alternative responses that could have been applied. This practice builds self-awareness, highlights areas for mental strengthening, and equips you with strategies to respond proactively in future situations. Reflection converts experience into preparation and learning. Break larger challenges into smaller, actionable tasks. Fear magnifies when problems seem insurmountable. Segmenting objectives into achievable steps reduces anxiety and allows progress to accumulate consistently. Completing incremental actions reinforces competence and demonstrates that forward movement is possible even in complex circumstances. Surround yourself with individuals who encourage proactive thinking. Mentors, peers, and colleagues who model decisive action, problem-solving, and courage influence mindset and behavior. Positive associations reinforce confidence, provide insights into overcoming fear, and create an environment where taking initiative is normalized and supported. Maintain clarity of purpose. Fear is less overwhelming when goals are compelling and clearly defined. Knowing what you are working toward aligns focus, reduces distractions, and motivates action despite discomfort. Purpose acts as an anchor that directs energy toward meaningful progress, ensuring fear does not dominate decisions or behavior. Reinforce mental resilience through consistent practice. Proactive thinking is a skill developed over time by repeatedly confronting fear, generating solutions, and taking deliberate action. Each successful application strengthens neural pathways, making decisive and solution-oriented thinking more instinctive. Repetition embeds resilience as a core component of mindset. Strengthen confidence through preparation and knowledge. The more informed and skilled you are, the less intimidating challenges appear. Continuous learning, skill refinement, and research equip you to face obstacles with clarity, reducing uncertainty and promoting decisive action. Confidence built on competence replaces fear with assurance and intentionality. Create habits that reinforce proactive behavior. Establish routines that prioritize problem-solving, goal advancement, and active engagement with challenges. Consistent habits reduce reliance on motivation alone and ensure that proactive thinking becomes an automatic response rather than a reactive choice. Structure cultivates mental strength and minimizes fear-driven avoidance. Adopt an iterative approach to problem-solving. Accept that not all actions will produce immediate success. Take steps, evaluate results, adjust strategies, and continue moving forward. Iterative action reduces the paralysis caused by fear of failure and emphasizes learning and adaptation over perfection. Progress itself becomes a method to reduce anxiety and increase proactive engagement. Visualize potential consequences to inform choices without being paralyzed by them. Understanding what could happen allows for risk mitigation, informed planning, and strategic action. Anticipating outcomes empowers decision-making and transforms fear from an immobilizing force into a guide for preparation and proactive intervention. Celebrate proactive steps and progress, not just results. Acknowledging effort reinforces behavior, strengthens mental resilience, and encourages continued initiative. Recognition of action, even in small increments, conditions the mind to value engagement over passivity, creating a positive cycle of proactive thinking and fear reduction. Focus on solutions rather than problems. Fear often magnifies obstacles, but concentrating on actionable responses maintains momentum. Shifting attention from worry to strategic action empowers choice, builds confidence, and ensures that energy is applied constructively. The mind becomes oriented toward capability rather than limitation. By systematically replacing fear with proactive thinking, the mind transforms into a tool for decisive action, strategic planning, and effective problem-solving. Each challenge approached with preparation, reflection, and deliberate effort strengthens resilience, enhances confidence, and develops the habit of solution-focused engagement. Fear no longer dictates behavior, deliberate action does. A mindset grounded in proactive thinking enables consistent progress, effective decision-making, and the ability to navigate uncertainty with clarity, courage, and composure. Chapter 11. Create multiple income streams to secure long-term wealth. Relying on a single source of income creates vulnerability and limits financial growth. Diversifying earnings builds security, resilience, and long-term wealth potential. Multiple income streams allow you to leverage skills, assets, and opportunities in parallel, increasing stability while opening doors for accelerated financial advancement. Developing several streams of revenue requires strategic planning, disciplined execution, and consistent evaluation of performance to ensure sustainability and growth. Begin by assessing current skills, resources, and interests. Identify areas where value can be created for others while generating income, whether through employment, entrepreneurship, investments, or passive revenue. Aligning streams with expertise and capacity increases efficiency and maximizes returns. Understanding your unique capabilities ensures that each new income source complements existing efforts rather than creating unnecessary complexity or strain. Leverage active income to fund additional opportunities. Earnings from employment or business can provide the capital necessary to invest in side ventures or passive income assets. Using active income strategically accelerates wealth creation while allowing experimentation in low-risk environments. Prioritize allocation of surplus funds to initiatives with high growth potential while maintaining operational security in primary income sources. Explore passive income options for long-term security. Investments in stocks, bonds, real estate, royalties, or automated businesses provide revenue with minimal ongoing effort. Passive income reduces reliance on daily labor and creates financial freedom by decoupling time from earnings. Establishing reliable passive streams requires research, planning, and sometimes mentorship to ensure risk is managed and returns are optimized. Diversify across industries and mechanisms. Relying on similar types of income within a single sector increases exposure to market fluctuations or unexpected disruptions. Spreading investments, products, or services across varied domains minimizes risk and enhances resilience. Strategic diversification ensures that losses in one area do not derail overall financial stability or long-term objectives. Automate and systematize where possible. Income streams that run with minimal supervision allow focus on growth, new ventures, or skill development. Systems, tools, and processes reduce operational burden while maintaining performance. Automation ensures consistency, reliability, and scalability, enabling revenue to increase without proportional increases in effort. Continuously evaluate performance and potential. Monitor each income stream for profitability, sustainability, and alignment with goals. Adjust strategies, optimize operations, or pivot when necessary to maximize results. Regular assessment ensures resources are allocated efficiently and prevents stagnation or underperformance. Discipline in monitoring allows proactive action rather than reactive response to challenges. Invest in skills that enhance income potential. Developing expertise in high-demand areas increases the ability to create new streams of revenue. Continuous learning, networking, and experience enhance opportunities for both active and passive income. Skills act as leverage, multiplying potential returns across multiple ventures. Competence combined with initiative expands the range and quality of income options available. Consider collaborative opportunities to scale income. Partnerships, joint ventures, or co-investments can increase reach, capacity, and profitability. Working with others strategically allows access to complementary resources, knowledge, and markets. Collaboration, when structured carefully, provides avenues for growth that are often unattainable alone while sharing risk intelligently. Balance risk and reward for sustainable growth. Higher potential returns often involve increased exposure to loss. Assess tolerance, capacity, and contingency options to ensure that new ventures are pursued intelligently. Strategic risk management protects wealth while allowing for expansion and opportunity capture. Prudence ensures that diversification strengthens stability rather than introducing volatility that undermines financial security. Leverage digital and technological platforms to expand reach. Online tools, marketplaces, and automation enable scalable income opportunities. Technology reduces barriers to entry, lowers operational costs, and allows engagement with wider markets. Strategic use of digital platforms enhances efficiency and maximizes potential returns across multiple streams. Reinvest profits strategically. Earnings from secondary streams can be used to expand existing ventures, enter new markets, or build assets. Reinvestment accelerates compounding growth and increases long-term wealth potential. Disciplined allocation ensures that profits generate further returns rather than being consumed without strategic purpose. Maintain financial literacy and understanding. Knowledge of accounting, taxes, investments, and market dynamics ensures informed decisions and protects against common pitfalls. Understanding financial mechanisms allows optimization of returns, reduction of unnecessary costs, and identification of opportunities for growth. Continuous education in financial management is essential for sustaining multiple income streams. Time management is critical when juggling multiple streams. Allocate attention based on value, impact, and stage of development for each source. High-priority streams require focused effort, while mature or automated income may need minimal oversight. Effective allocation ensures that each stream remains productive without creating unsustainable stress or distraction. Adapt and innovate to maintain relevance. Markets, technologies, and consumer demands evolve rapidly. Income streams that succeed today may underperform tomorrow if not adjusted to changing conditions. Continuous adaptation ensures sustainability and positions you to capitalize on emerging opportunities. Innovation across income sources enhances growth potential and mitigates obsolescence. Document processes and create replicable systems. Standardizing operations, workflows, and management practices allows streams to scale and reduces dependency on constant personal involvement. Systems create consistency, efficiency, and opportunities for delegation or automation. Well-documented structures support expansion while maintaining quality and profitability. Cultivate resilience and patience. Building multiple income streams takes time, effort, and persistence. Setbacks, slow returns, or challenges should be expected and addressed with strategic adjustments. Consistency, disciplined execution, and long-term vision transform temporary obstacles into learning opportunities and maintain momentum toward wealth creation. Network and learn from others with diversified income. Observing and interacting with individuals who have successfully created multiple streams provides insights, strategies, and inspiration. Learning from experience accelerates progress, avoids common errors, and exposes novel opportunities. Mentorship and peer engagement enhance decision-making and reduce the trial and error burden. Maintain alignment with personal values and goals. Multiple income streams should complement your vision, lifestyle, and ambitions. Misaligned efforts can create unnecessary stress or distraction. Ensuring consistency between financial initiatives and personal objectives maintains motivation, focus, and satisfaction. Alignment enhances sustainable commitment and increases the likelihood of long-term success. Chapter 12. Cultivate patience while pursuing ambitious and meaningful goals. Patience is an essential quality for anyone pursuing ambitious and meaningful goals, because significant achievements rarely occur overnight. Success requires consistent effort, strategic planning, and the ability to remain committed despite setbacks, delays, or unexpected obstacles. Cultivating patience allows you to focus on long-term objectives rather than being distracted or discouraged by short-term difficulties. It provides the mental stability and emotional resilience needed to navigate complex journeys and sustain momentum toward meaningful outcomes. Begin by defining clear, compelling goals. Knowing exactly what you aim to achieve creates direction and reduces frustration when progress appears slow. Goals that are meaningful inspire commitment and make the challenges along the way worthwhile. A well-defined purpose acts as a steady anchor, giving you reason to persevere even when immediate results are not visible. Break larger goals into smaller, manageable steps. Ambitious objectives can feel overwhelming, and impatience often arises from trying to accomplish too much at once. Segmenting tasks into actionable units allows for measurable progress, reinforcing motivation and building confidence incrementally. Each small victory demonstrates that persistent effort produces tangible results over time. Adopt a mindset that values process over immediate outcomes. Focusing solely on the end result can create anxiety and frustration, but appreciating the learning, growth, and experience gained along the way sustains engagement. Every challenge, every failure, and every incremental step contributes to mastery and eventual success. Patience grows when effort is recognized as inherently valuable, independent of immediate rewards. Manage expectations realistically. Understand that meaningful achievements require time, energy, and persistence. Avoid comparisons with others or assumptions that success should come quickly. Accepting the natural pace of progress reduces stress, maintains motivation, and prevents burnout. Realistic expectations anchor patience by aligning perception with reality. Practice self-discipline consistently. Patience is reinforced through routine and commitment to daily action. Completing tasks, honoring deadlines, and following through on plans, even when motivation fluctuates, strengthens resilience. Self-discipline bridges the gap between intention and accomplishment, allowing patience to manifest as sustained productivity and progress. Develop resilience to setbacks and delays. Obstacles are inevitable when pursuing ambitious goals, and impatience often arises from frustration or discouragement. Viewing challenges as opportunities to learn and adapt transforms obstacles into catalysts for improvement. Resilient individuals maintain focus, adjust strategies as needed, and continue forward without losing momentum. Use reflection to maintain perspective. Regularly review progress, challenges, and lessons learned to reinforce the value of persistence. Reflection helps recognize incremental gains that might otherwise go unnoticed and highlights improvements over time. Acknowledging progress strengthens patience by reminding you that even small steps accumulate into meaningful results. Strengthen emotional regulation. Patience requires the ability to manage frustration, anxiety, and impulse. Techniques such as mindfulness, controlled breathing, or deliberate pauses create mental space to respond thoughtfully rather than react hastily. Emotional control ensures that impatience does not derail progress and supports consistent, measured effort. Celebrate small milestones. Recognizing minor achievements along the way reinforces the habit of patience. Each milestone serves as proof that consistent effort produces tangible outcomes. Celebrating progress maintains motivation, increases satisfaction, and builds confidence that long-term objectives are attainable. Focus on long-term vision rather than short-term gratification. Immediate rewards are often limited, and delaying gratification is essential when pursuing ambitious goals. Prioritizing long-term outcomes strengthens commitment, reinforces patience, and fosters disciplined decision-making. Individuals who internalize a vision for the future remain steady even when immediate results are minimal. Surround yourself with supportive influences. Engaging with mentors, peers, or communities that value persistence and long-term growth reinforces patience. Observing the experiences of others who have succeeded over time provides perspective, encouragement, and practical insights. Positive associations cultivate endurance and reduce the temptation to seek shortcuts or abandon challenging goals. Develop systems to track and maintain progress. Consistent documentation of tasks, outcomes, and improvements reinforces the perception of forward momentum. Systems create accountability and structure, making it easier to persist even when immediate results are not evident. Regular tracking highlights patterns of progress that nurture patience and sustained engagement. Practice adaptability in approach. Patience does not mean rigidly following a plan without adjustment. Flexibility to modify strategies while maintaining commitment to overarching goals allows progress to continue despite unforeseen obstacles. Adaptable thinking prevents stagnation, reinforces problem-solving skills, and sustains the trajectory toward success. Prioritize energy and focus. Ambitious goals demand sustained mental, physical, and emotional effort. Proper rest, healthy habits, and strategic allocation of attention enhance endurance. Maintaining energy ensures that persistence does not wane over time and supports patience by reducing frustration caused by fatigue or burnout. Reframe waiting as preparation. Periods of apparent stagnation or delay can be used to build skills, gather resources, and refine strategies. Viewing waiting as a productive phase reinforces patience and prevents discouragement. Preparation during these periods increases readiness for opportunities and accelerates progress once action resumes. Integrate reflection with planning. Regular evaluation of current strategies, results, and lessons learned allows refinement of actions and alignment with long-term objectives. This combination of introspection and forward planning reduces impulsive decisions driven by impatience and creates a clear roadmap for sustained effort. Avoid distractions that undermine patience. Constant exposure to immediate gratification or comparison with others can erode focus and foster frustration. Minimize interruptions, prioritize essential tasks, and maintain awareness of long-term objectives to preserve patience and prevent energy from being diverted toward low-value activities. Develop a growth-oriented mindset, viewing challenges and delays as opportunities for development rather than setbacks strengthens patience. Each difficulty encountered contributes to skill building, resilience, and wisdom. A focus on growth shifts perspective from instant results to long-term capability, reinforcing the mental endurance necessary for ambitious pursuits. Maintain accountability to yourself and others. Sharing goals, progress, and plans with trusted individuals increases commitment and reinforces the discipline required to remain patient. Accountability structures create external motivation while reinforcing internal resolve, ensuring sustained effort even during periods of slow progress. By cultivating patience while pursuing ambitious and meaningful goals, progress becomes consistent, resilience increases, and long-term achievements become attainable. Patience allows deliberate action, thoughtful decision-making, and the ability to withstand challenges without surrendering motivation or focus. It transforms persistence into a strategic advantage, enabling ambitious objectives to be realized methodically, intentionally, and with sustained momentum toward lasting success. Chapter 13. Leverage failures as lessons to improve future outcomes. Failure is an inevitable part of pursuing ambitious goals, yet it is also one of the most powerful tools for growth and long-term success. Every setback carries information about what worked, what didn't, and what can be improved. By analyzing failures carefully and objectively, you transform obstacles into stepping stones that guide future actions and decisions. The ability to leverage failure is not about avoiding mistakes, but about extracting maximum insight from each experience to enhance outcomes moving forward. Begin by shifting your perspective on failure. Rather than seeing it as a reflection of incompetence or weakness, view it as data that informs strategy and highlights areas for improvement. This mindset creates a foundation for resilience, allowing you to remain focused on progress rather than being immobilized by disappointment. Accepting failure as an inherent part of growth removes fear, enabling experimentation and innovation. Analyze the circumstances surrounding each failure systematically. Identify decisions, actions, and external factors that contributed to the outcome. Break down events step by step to isolate variables that can be controlled or influenced in the future. Objectivity is key. Emotional reactions may cloud judgment and prevent accurate assessment. A structured review process transforms experience into actionable intelligence. Extract specific lessons that can be applied immediately. Consider what strategies or behaviors led to success in certain areas and which caused setbacks. Document insights to create a reference for future decision-making. This approach ensures that learning from failure becomes a deliberate process rather than relying on intuition or memory alone. Adopt an experimental mindset. Treat each failure as a test that provides feedback for refining techniques, processes, or strategies. Approach challenges with curiosity and a willingness to iterate, adjusting plans based on evidence and experience. This mindset encourages continual improvement and reduces the fear of trying new approaches. Separate failure from personal identity. Experiencing setbacks does not diminish value, capability, or potential. Maintaining self-respect and confidence while objectively examining outcomes strengthens resilience and allows for constructive reflection. Detachment from ego enables honest evaluation, faster learning, and a greater likelihood of future success. Document failures and associated lessons consistently. Maintaining a record allows you to track patterns, identify recurring mistakes, and monitor progress over time. Written documentation serves as a reference point, making it easier to avoid repeating errors and to recognize strategies that consistently produce favorable results. Recording experiences enhances accountability and clarity in the learning process. Focus on actionable changes rather than dwelling on negative emotions. While disappointment is natural, it should be channeled into practical steps that improve performance. Identify modifications in planning, execution, or mindset that address the root causes of failure. Applying changes proactively ensures that each setback contributes directly to future achievement. Cultivate resilience to manage the emotional impact of failure. Recovering quickly and maintaining motivation are critical for leveraging lessons effectively. Emotional resilience prevents discouragement from inhibiting action and allows you to continue pursuing goals with renewed focus. The ability to process setbacks without losing momentum distinguishes high achievers from those who give up prematurely. Seek feedback from others to complement self-analysis. Mentors, peers, or experienced individuals can provide perspectives you may overlook, highlight blind spots, and suggest alternative strategies. Constructive input enhances understanding of failures and provides guidance for more effective approaches in subsequent attempts. Collaboration accelerates learning and increases the likelihood of improved outcomes. Test adjustments incrementally. Implement small, controlled changes to gauge effectiveness before scaling or committing fully. Incremental experimentation reduces risk, allows observation of results, and ensures that lessons learned are applied intelligently. Controlled implementation reinforces learning without exposing resources to unnecessary exposure. Embrace persistence alongside learning. Failure becomes meaningful only when followed by continued effort and application of insights. Repeatedly trying, refining, and improving strengthens skills, deepens knowledge, and increases the probability of success. Persistence ensures that lessons from failure are converted into tangible accomplishments rather than theoretical understanding. Analyze patterns across multiple failures. Observing trends reveals consistent weaknesses or recurring mistakes that require focused attention. Recognizing patterns allows prioritization of improvement efforts and accelerates development. Systematic examination of failures over time provides deeper insight than evaluating isolated events individually. Integrate reflection into routine practice. Regularly reviewing outcomes, strategies, and actions reinforces a proactive approach to learning from mistakes. Reflection ensures that lessons are retained, applied consistently, and internalized as part of decision-making processes. Habitual analysis strengthens judgment and reduces the likelihood of repeating past errors. Balance humility with confidence. Accepting failure requires acknowledging limitations while trusting in your ability to learn and adapt. Humility opens the mind to feedback and insight, while confidence maintains motivation and belief in potential. This equilibrium fosters both growth and action. Focus on long-term improvement rather than short-term perfection. Immediate success is rarely achieved without setbacks, and each failure contributes to refining skills and strategies. Viewing failures as incremental steps toward mastery encourages patience, perseverance, and disciplined application of insights. The cumulative effect of learning from failures builds competence and capability over time. Leverage failures to enhance creativity and problem-solving. Setbacks often highlight gaps or constraints that can inspire innovative solutions. Observing what did not work encourages exploration of alternative approaches, fostering ingenuity and adaptability. Failures can reveal opportunities for improvement that are invisible when success comes easily. Maintain focus on controllable factors. While external influences can contribute to failure, attention should center on areas where action and improvement are possible. Prioritizing controllable elements ensures that learning is actionable and results-oriented, maximizing the benefit derived from setbacks. Celebrate growth achieved through failure. Recognize that every mistake contributes to greater understanding, improved skill, and enhanced judgment. Valuing the progress inherent in learning from failure reinforces resilience and encourages continued engagement with challenges. Positive reinforcement strengthens motivation and confidence. By leveraging failures as lessons, you transform challenges into tools for advancement. Each setback provides insight, teaches strategy, and refines decision-making. Systematic analysis, application of lessons, and persistence convert obstacles into growth opportunities, increasing skill, competence, and the likelihood of future success. Harnessing the wisdom embedded in failure allows consistent improvement, strategic execution, and long-term achievement, making every setback an essential component of lasting progress. Innovation is the engine that drives sustained success and growth. Relying on traditional approaches or repeating the same strategies limits potential and leaves opportunities unexplored. To innovate constantly means to seek smarter, more efficient, and more effective ways to achieve goals while remaining adaptable to change. It requires curiosity, creativity, and the willingness to challenge assumptions while applying practical solutions to real-world problems. Begin by observing processes, systems, and outcomes critically. Identify areas that consume excessive time, energy, or resources without producing proportionate results. Question every step and consider alternative approaches that could yield better efficiency or higher impact. Consistent evaluation uncovers opportunities for improvement that are often overlooked in routine execution. Cultivate curiosity by seeking new knowledge and experiences. Exposure to different industries, techniques, and ideas expands perspective and inspires novel solutions. Reading, learning from peers, attending seminars, and exploring emerging trends provide fresh insights that fuel creative problem-solving. Curiosity ensures that innovation is not occasional but a constant element of your approach. Encourage experimentation with calculated risk. Implement new strategies on a small scale before fully committing to them. Testing allows observation of effectiveness, adjustment of methods, and minimization of potential negative consequences. Each experiment, whether successful or not, contributes to understanding and provides information to refine future approaches. Adopt a mindset of continuous improvement. View every task, project, or process as an opportunity to enhance outcomes. Incremental adjustments, repeated over time, accumulate into significant advancements in efficiency, effectiveness, and quality. Continuous improvement reinforces proactive thinking and keeps momentum towards smarter, more productive methods. Leverage technology to streamline and optimize processes. Digital tools, automation, and software solutions can reduce repetitive effort, minimize errors, and increase scalability. Identifying technology that aligns with objectives allows for smarter allocation of resources and amplifies impact without proportional increases in workload. Staying informed about innovations in your field ensures competitive advantage and ongoing relevance. Collaborate with others to enhance creativity and solution development. Engaging with diverse perspectives stimulates new ideas, challenges assumptions, and uncovers approaches that might be invisible in isolation. Document successful innovations and analyze their impact. Maintaining a record allows replication, scaling, and adaptation of effective methods. Understanding why a particular approach succeeded ensures that innovation is deliberate rather than accidental and creates a foundation for systematic improvement across projects and objectives. Anticipate future challenges and opportunities. Proactive thinking involves envisioning potential scenarios and identifying strategies that can be applied before problems arise. Forward-looking innovation positions you to act decisively, stay ahead of competition, and seize opportunities that others may overlook due to reactive thinking. Break conventional habits and question assumptions regularly. Routine can blind you to more efficient methods or higher impact strategies. Examine standard practices critically, ask why things are done a certain way, and explore alternative approaches. Challenging norms fuels creativity and leads to smarter execution in every area of life and work. Prioritize simplicity in solutions. Innovation is most effective when it reduces complexity, streamlines effort, and produces clear outcomes. Overcomplicated strategies waste resources and create unnecessary friction. Seeking smarter ways often means identifying the simplest, most efficient path to achieve objectives without sacrificing quality. Balance innovation with practicality. Creative ideas must be actionable and aligned with goals to produce meaningful results. Evaluate potential solutions based on feasibility, resource requirements, and impact. Prioritizing practical application ensures that innovation drives tangible progress rather than remaining theoretical or abstract. Learn from others who demonstrate innovation successfully. Study methods, habits, and thought processes of leaders and innovators in your field or in different domains. Extract principles and adapt them to your context, combining observation with experimentation to enhance outcomes. Mentorship, case studies, and networking provide valuable insight to accelerate your own innovative practices. Incorporate feedback to refine approaches continually. Observing results and listening to constructive criticism allows iterative improvement. Innovation is rarely perfect on the first attempt. Using input from experience, colleagues, and clients helps refine methods, maximize effectiveness, and avoid repeating mistakes. Iterative refinement embeds learning into practical application. Maintain a flexible mindset to adapt strategies when circumstances change. Rigidity prevents evolution, while adaptability ensures that smarter solutions can emerge in response to new information, market shifts, or unexpected obstacles. Flexibility keeps innovation relevant and actionable, allowing adjustment without losing sight of overall goals. Measure results objectively to understand the effectiveness of innovations. Data-driven evaluation identifies strengths, weaknesses, and areas for further refinement. Quantifying outcomes ensures that smarter approaches are validated and informs the development of future strategies. Metrics create clarity, accountability, and direction for continuous improvement. Foster resilience in the face of setbacks during experimentation. Not every innovation will succeed immediately, but each failure provides information that sharpens understanding and informs subsequent attempts. Viewing obstacles as part of the learning process encourages persistent exploration and reduces fear of risk in pursuit of smarter solutions. Develop habits that embed innovation into daily routines. Allocate time for brainstorming, research, testing, and reflection consistently. Making innovation habitual ensures that creativity and improvement are ongoing rather than sporadic or reactive. Structured practice strengthens problem-solving skills and maintains momentum towards smarter, more effective methods. Integrate innovation into goal setting and planning. Rather than treating improvement as secondary, design objectives and strategies that inherently require creative thinking and efficiency. Embedding innovation into the process ensures it influences every decision and action, resulting in better outcomes systematically. By committing to constant innovation and the pursuit of smarter ways to succeed, you develop the ability to solve problems efficiently, adapt to changing conditions, and achieve goals with maximum effectiveness. Consistent application of curiosity, experimentation, reflection, and strategic adaptation transforms effort into high-impact results. Innovation becomes a continuous habit, driving personal growth, professional advancement, and long-term success, while keeping progress both purposeful and sustainable. Chapter 15. Practice gratitude to maintain balance and mental clarity. Gratitude is a transformative practice that shapes mindset, strengthens resilience, and enhances overall well-being. By consciously recognizing and appreciating the positive aspects of life, you create mental clarity, emotional stability, and a balanced perspective that improves decision-making and daily performance. Practicing gratitude shifts attention from scarcity and dissatisfaction to abundance and opportunity, allowing you to approach challenges and ambitions with focus, energy, and optimism. Begin by cultivating awareness of the present moment. Observing daily experiences with attention to detail helps identify things often taken for granted. Simple acknowledgements of health, relationships, learning opportunities, and resources build a foundation of appreciation that strengthens mental resilience. Mindful recognition reinforces the perception that even small elements contribute to overall success and well-being. Incorporate structured gratitude practices into routines. Writing down a list of things you are thankful for each day or reflecting on positive experiences at the end of the day reinforces the habit of appreciation. Consistency in this practice develops mental patterns that emphasize recognition over complaint, fostering emotional balance and clarity. Over time, gratitude becomes a natural lens through which life and work are approached. Express gratitude toward others actively. Recognizing the efforts, support, or guidance of peers, mentors, and collaborators strengthens relationships and builds trust. Verbalizing appreciation enhances social bonds, encourages cooperation, and creates a positive environment conducive to collaboration and growth. Human connection, reinforced by gratitude, magnifies both personal satisfaction and professional effectiveness. Reframe challenges and setbacks through a lens of gratitude. Even difficult experiences often contain lessons, opportunities, or growth potential. By identifying value in adversity, mental clarity improves, stress diminishes, and the capacity to respond strategically is enhanced. Gratitude allows you to acknowledge what is lacking while remaining focused on actionable steps and potential advantages. Balance focus on achievements with recognition of the journey. While pursuing ambitious goals, acknowledging progress, effort, and learning maintains perspective and prevents fixation on unmet targets. Celebrating incremental successes reinforces motivation and mental equilibrium, reducing anxiety and increasing sustained performance. Awareness of effort as a meaningful component of success enhances both confidence and clarity. Integrate gratitude with goal setting and planning. Reflecting on resources, skills, and past accomplishments before creating plans ensures realistic expectations and informed strategies. Gratitude provides a mental foundation that supports disciplined focus, deliberate action, and resilience when encountering obstacles. A clear recognition of capabilities and support systems strengthens decision-making and fosters sustainable progress. Practice gratitude during moments of stress or pressure. Acknowledging positive factors in high-intensity situations reduces emotional reactivity, improves cognitive function, and enhances problem-solving. Mental clarity emerges from deliberate attention to what is working rather than what is lacking. This approach creates calmness, focus, and the ability to navigate challenges with efficiency. Avoid comparison and envy by anchoring perspective in gratitude. Observing others' successes without resentment becomes easier when you consistently recognize the value and resources in your own life. Gratitude diminishes distraction, negative emotion, and self-doubt while reinforcing self-worth and focus on personal goals. Mental energy is preserved for productive action rather than being dissipated by unproductive judgment. Use gratitude to reinforce resilience and recovery. During setbacks or failures, reflecting on prior achievements, support systems, and lessons learned strengthens resolve and motivation. Recognizing positive elements despite challenges fosters persistence, mental endurance, and strategic thinking. Gratitude acts as a stabilizing force that transforms difficulties into constructive experiences. Engage in reflection on long-term growth. Regularly reviewing accomplishments, relationships, and learning reinforces appreciation for progress and the journey. Observing cumulative efforts highlights strengths and identifies areas for further development. Reflection guided by gratitude integrates experience into wisdom, promoting balanced judgment and clarity in decision-making. Combine gratitude with generosity to reinforce its impact. Supporting others, sharing knowledge, or contributing resources creates a reciprocal sense of value and purpose. Acts of giving enhance satisfaction, deepen social bonds, and cultivate an environment that supports collective success. Gratitude expressed through action amplifies its mental, emotional, and social benefits. Prioritize gratitude in daily communication and interactions. Expressing thanks in meetings, messages, or casual conversation improves workplace and personal dynamics, encourages engagement, and fosters a culture of recognition. Consistent acknowledgement of contributions reinforces collaboration, inspires effort, and maintains mental focus by reducing conflict and distractions. Integrate gratitude into personal development practices. While pursuing skills, knowledge, and growth, recognizing progress and opportunities reinforces confidence, motivation, and sustained effort. Gratitude ensures that ambition is anchored in awareness and appreciation, reducing anxiety, perfectionism, and unnecessary self-criticism. Positive recognition of progress maintains clarity and energy for further advancement. Observe the connection between gratitude and perspective. Acknowledging the full context of circumstances, including challenges and limitations, creates balanced judgment. Understanding both strengths and constraints enhances decision-making, improves prioritization, and promotes strategic action. Gratitude in perspective cultivates clarity by focusing attention on constructive elements rather than distractions or negativity. Leverage gratitude to manage stress and maintain focus. Regular recognition of positive factors reduces the influence of worry, frustration, or impatience. Mental clarity improves as attention is directed towards solutions, opportunities, and actionable steps. Gratitude strengthens cognitive function by limiting emotional noise and enabling deliberate, focused thought. Foster a habit of noticing incremental progress. Small improvements, learning moments, or positive interactions contribute significantly to long-term outcomes. Gratitude reinforces awareness of these incremental gains, ensuring continued motivation and preventing discouragement. Recognizing incremental value strengthens persistence and strategic engagement with objectives. Align gratitude with health and well-being practices. Appreciation of physical and mental capacities encourages maintenance of energy, focus, and resilience. Recognizing the value of nutrition, exercise, sleep, and mental clarity reinforces behaviors that support performance. Gratitude ensures that efforts to achieve goals are sustainable and balanced. Use gratitude to enhance creativity and problem solving. Recognition of resources, skills, and opportunities encourages flexible thinking and innovative approaches. Mental clarity achieved through appreciation allows focus on possibilities rather than limitations. Grateful reflection fosters adaptive solutions and strategic decision-making that improve outcomes. Maintain a long-term perspective anchored in gratitude. Observing cumulative achievements, relationships, and growth fosters satisfaction and reduces anxiety about immediate results. Gratitude reinforces perseverance and strategic planning, sustaining motivation and energy over time. A forward-looking mindset guided by appreciation strengthens clarity and purposeful action. By practicing gratitude consistently, you create a mental framework that supports balance, clarity, and resilience. Gratitude enables focused action, thoughtful decision-making, and sustained effort, while maintaining emotional stability. Recognizing and valuing resources, relationships, progress, and lessons provides a foundation for personal growth, strategic thinking, and achievement of ambitious objectives. Cultivating this practice transforms mindset into one that is grounded, attentive, and capable of navigating complexity while maintaining energy and focus for meaningful long-term success. Chapter 16. Automate habits that support growth and financial freedom. Automating habits is one of the most effective ways to achieve consistent growth and secure financial freedom, because it reduces reliance on willpower and ensures productive actions are executed without hesitation. Creating systems that operate reliably allows you to focus energy on high-value activities while minimizing wasted time and mental effort. By establishing routines and automating behaviors that support personal development, wealth accumulation, and disciplined decision-making, progress becomes consistent, measurable, and sustainable. Start by identifying habits that directly contribute to growth and financial stability. These include saving a portion of income, investing regularly, monitoring expenses, continuous learning, and disciplined work routines. Clearly define which actions provide measurable benefits and prioritize them for automation. Selecting high-impact behaviors ensures that effort is focused on areas that produce meaningful results. Use technology and tools to streamline and reinforce habits. Financial applications can automate savings, bill payments, and investment contributions. Reminders and scheduling tools ensure that learning, planning, and goal tracking are consistently executed. Automating these systems reduces cognitive load, prevents oversight, and guarantees that essential actions are completed consistently over time. Design routines that integrate growth-oriented actions seamlessly into daily life. Linking productive behaviors to existing activities creates a flow that feels natural rather than burdensome. For example, allocating specific times for reading, financial review, or skill development transforms these actions from optional tasks into structured habits. Consistency ensures that progress compounds steadily over time. Implement small incremental steps toward habit formation. Automation is most effective when habits are introduced gradually and reinforced consistently. Start with achievable actions and expand over time to avoid burnout or resistance. Incremental adoption allows the brain to internalize behaviors, transforming effortful tasks into automatic responses that require minimal conscious thought. Leverage repetition to solidify behaviors. Habits become automatic when practiced frequently and consistently. Daily repetition reinforces neural pathways that support desired actions, making them easier to perform and harder to forget. Establish clear triggers for automated habits. Associating specific cues or contexts with desired actions ensures that behaviors are initiated reliably. Triggers can be time-based, location-based, or event-based, and act as reminders for the brain to perform the intended task without deliberation. Reliable cues accelerate habit formation and strengthen consistency. Integrate accountability mechanisms. Tracking progress, setting measurable targets, and reviewing results reinforce automated habits. Accountability provides motivation, ensures alignment with long-term objectives, and highlights areas requiring adjustment. Regular evaluation allows refinement of routines and ensures that automation remains effective and relevant. Prioritize habits that compound over time. Actions that produce incremental benefits accumulate to create significant results, especially in financial growth and skill development. Automating such behaviors guarantees steady advancement, reduces reliance on motivation, and ensures that momentum is maintained consistently. Compounding effects accelerate achievement and strengthen confidence in long-term plans. Use rewards and reinforcement strategically. Positive reinforcement encourages adherence to automated behaviors and strengthens neural connections associated with productive actions. Eliminate friction for desired behaviors. Simplify routines, remove unnecessary obstacles, and make beneficial actions as accessible as possible. Reducing complexity increases the likelihood that habits will be performed consistently and automatically. Convenience strengthens automation by lowering resistance and preserving mental energy for critical thinking and strategic planning. Monitor and adjust habits over time. Automation is not static. Conditions, goals, and environments evolve. Regularly review systems to ensure they remain aligned with objectives and adjust processes when necessary. Flexibility in automation allows continuous improvement, enhances efficiency, and maintains relevance to current priorities. Incorporate financial automation as a priority. Automating savings, investments, and budgeting ensures that wealth accumulation continues steadily, independent of daily motivation or emotional state. Regular contributions, once automated, reduce the risk of procrastination, impulsive spending, or missed opportunities. This creates a reliable foundation for long-term financial security and freedom. Automate learning and skill development. Scheduling reading sessions, online courses, and practical exercises guarantees consistent intellectual growth. Automating exposure to knowledge strengthens expertise, keeps you competitive, and ensures that improvement is continuous rather than sporadic. Habitual learning integrates personal development into daily life seamlessly. Use environmental design to reinforce habits. Arrange surroundings to support desired behaviors, such as keeping financial documents organized, placing learning materials within easy reach, or structuring workspaces for focus. The environment acts as a silent cue for automated actions, reducing reliance on memory and willpower. Strategic arrangement amplifies the effectiveness of automation. Maintain discipline in monitoring automated systems. Even automated routines require periodic oversight to ensure accuracy, effectiveness, and alignment with goals. Monitoring prevents errors, identifies areas for refinement, and guarantees that automated processes continue delivering intended results without degradation over time. Vigilance ensures reliability in both growth and financial management. Automate reflection and goal assessment. Scheduling regular intervals for reviewing achievements, challenges, and adjustments ensures that growth-oriented habits are purposeful and responsive. Reflection strengthens decision-making, reinforces accountability, and provides data to refine future actions. Automation in evaluation maintains clarity and strategic direction consistently. Balance automation with flexibility. While habits should be structured and consistent, adaptability is essential for responding to changing circumstances. Opportunities and priorities. Automated routines should allow room for adjustment without losing momentum or compromising essential outcomes. Flexibility enhances the sustainability and relevance of automated systems. Embed automation into high-priority tasks first. Focus on areas that directly impact growth, productivity, and financial stability before automating less critical behaviors. Prioritizing ensures maximum return on effort and guarantees that automated habits produce tangible, meaningful outcomes. Targeted automation accelerates progress efficiently. Cultivate persistence and patience alongside automation. Even automated systems require time to generate visible results, and compounding benefits accumulate gradually. Staying committed, monitoring consistently, and refining processes over time ensures that automation delivers sustained growth and financial freedom. Patience and persistence transform structured habits into enduring outcomes. By automating habits that support growth and financial freedom, you create a reliable framework for consistent progress, strategic action, and long-term achievement. Chapter 17. Analyze decisions carefully and act decisively without hesitation. Analyzing decisions carefully while acting decisively is a cornerstone of effective leadership, personal growth, and financial success. The ability to evaluate options thoroughly, consider potential outcomes, and make prompt, informed choices separates high achievers from those who struggle with hesitation and missed opportunities. Clear, structured thinking, combined with confident action, allows you to navigate uncertainty, minimize risk, and maximize potential returns in every area of life. Start by defining the decision clearly. Understand the purpose, objectives, and desired outcome before weighing alternatives. A precise understanding of what the decision entails prevents confusion and ensures that analysis remains focused on relevant factors. Clarity in purpose streamlines evaluation and establishes a foundation for decisive action. Gather accurate and relevant information systematically. Collect data. Consult experts and consider past experiences that relate directly to the decision at hand. Avoid information overload by filtering out unnecessary details that can distract from the core issue. Focusing on quality over quantity ensures that analysis is grounded, practical, and actionable. Evaluate options objectively. Identify the advantages, disadvantages, and potential risks associated with each alternative. Consider short-term consequences alongside long-term implications to ensure decisions are sustainable and aligned with overall goals. Objective evaluation reduces emotional bias and strengthens confidence in the selected course of action. Use structured frameworks to guide decision-making. Techniques such as cost-benefit analysis, pros and cons lists, and scenario planning provide clarity and organization to the process. Frameworks reduce mental clutter, allow for comparison of alternatives, and ensure that every critical factor is considered. They turn intuition into disciplined, repeatable practice. Prioritize decisions based on impact and urgency. Not all choices carry the same weight or immediate relevance. Allocate time and cognitive energy to decisions that significantly influence objectives or long-term outcomes. This ensures that focus is directed where it matters most, maximizing the return on effort and attention. Anticipate potential consequences. Envision possible outcomes, both positive and negative, and prepare contingency plans where necessary. Considering implications reduces uncertainty, strengthens readiness, and enables confident execution. Balance analytical thinking with instinct. While careful evaluation is essential, over-analyzing can lead to indecision. Learn to recognize when sufficient information has been gathered and trust informed intuition to guide the final step. Combining reasoned analysis with instinctive judgment allows timely action without sacrificing accuracy. Establish clear criteria for decision-making. Define what factors are non-negotiable, which outcomes are preferred, and what trade-offs are acceptable. Clear criteria streamline evaluation, reduce hesitation, and provide a reference point for comparison. Decisions become less stressful when there is a defined framework for determining the best course of action. Act decisively once a choice is made. Prolonged hesitation undermines opportunities and reduces the effectiveness of even well-analyzed decisions. Confidence in execution reinforces momentum, motivates others involved, and strengthens accountability. Decisive action turns planning into results and prevents stagnation caused by uncertainty. Accept responsibility for outcomes. Owning both successes and failures ensures learning and continuous improvement. Accountability strengthens judgment, encourages thorough analysis, and builds credibility with peers and collaborators. Recognizing responsibility fosters resilience, adaptability, and confidence in future decision-making. Develop speed in routine decisions. Practice making smaller, low-risk decisions quickly to strengthen the neural pathways associated with decisiveness. Efficient handling of minor choices frees mental energy for more significant, high-stakes decisions. Repetition improves judgment, reduces stress, and reinforces confidence in your decision-making capabilities. Use reflection to enhance future choices. After executing a decision, review the process, results, and effectiveness of actions taken. Identify what worked, what could be improved, and lessons learned. Reflection transforms experience into insight, ensuring continuous refinement of decision-making skills and increasing accuracy in future scenarios. Leverage collaboration for complex decisions. Consult knowledgeable peers, mentors, or experts when faced with high-impact or unfamiliar choices. Diverse perspectives reveal blind spots, provide additional information, and improve the robustness of analysis. Collaborative input strengthens confidence while maintaining ownership of the final decision. Recognize cognitive biases that influence judgment. Awareness of tendencies such as confirmation bias, overconfidence, and anchoring helps mitigate errors in evaluation. Actively challenging assumptions and seeking contrary evidence enhances objectivity and ensures decisions are grounded in reality rather than perception. Maintain composure under pressure. High-stress situations often demand rapid, accurate decisions. Training to remain calm, focused, and rational under pressure ensures clarity and prevents emotionally driven mistakes. Emotional control strengthens confidence and reinforces the ability to act decisively even in uncertainty. Document decisions and reasoning. Recording the process, criteria, and anticipated outcomes provides a reference for future challenges. Documentation supports accountability, allows assessment of decision effectiveness, and helps refine analytical frameworks over time. A written record converts experience into a resource for continuous growth. Focus on alignment with long-term goals. Immediate decisions should support overarching objectives rather than providing short-term relief at the expense of future progress. Evaluating alignment ensures consistency, reinforces strategic vision, and reduces wasted effort. Strategic coherence enhances both the quality and impact of decisions. Trust your preparation and analysis. Once all relevant factors have been considered, act with confidence in the conclusions drawn. Doubt and hesitation erode momentum and effectiveness, while trust in informed judgment accelerates results and reinforces self-assurance. Confidence is the natural outcome of disciplined analysis combined with decisive execution. Learn from every decision, regardless of outcome. Successful decisions reinforce effective strategies, while mistakes provide insight into weaknesses and areas for improvement. Continuous learning transforms each choice into a stepping stone for more accurate, confident, and timely decision-making in the future. By analyzing decisions carefully and acting decisively without hesitation, you create a cycle of informed action, strategic growth, and sustained success. Each decision becomes an opportunity to refine judgment, increase efficiency, and produce tangible results. Combining structured evaluation, thoughtful consideration, and confident execution transforms uncertainty into opportunity, ensuring that choices consistently advance objectives and contribute to long-term achievement. Chapter 18. Invest strategically in assets that generate passive income. Investing strategically in assets that generate passive income is one of the most powerful ways to create long-term financial security and freedom. Passive income allows money to work for you, providing consistent returns without requiring constant active effort, which creates stability and opportunity for growth. Strategic investment requires knowledge, discipline, and a clear understanding of risk, value, and potential return, ensuring that every decision strengthens wealth and builds sustainable financial foundations. Begin by assessing your financial goals and risk tolerance. Understanding what you want to achieve and how much risk you can handle provides clarity on the types of assets to pursue. Some investments may offer higher returns, but carry greater volatility, while others provide stability with moderate growth. Matching investment choices to personal objectives prevents impulsive decisions and promotes sustainable progress. Research and educate yourself about potential investment options. Understanding the mechanics, benefits, and limitations of stocks, real estate, bonds, dividend-paying equities, index funds, and other passive income assets is essential. Knowledge reduces uncertainty, improves decision-making, and allows evaluation of opportunities based on real data rather than assumptions. Continuous learning ensures that your approach adapts to evolving markets and financial landscapes. Diversify investments to minimize risk and maximize opportunity. Placing all resources in a single asset or market exposes wealth to fluctuations and potential losses. By spreading investments across multiple streams, you reduce vulnerability and increase the probability of consistent returns. Diversification balances safety and growth while building resilience in financial planning. Analyze potential income streams for consistency and reliability. Evaluate historical performance, market demand, and long-term viability of each asset. Understanding the factors that influence cash flow ensures that investments produce steady returns and contribute meaningfully to financial goals. Focus on assets that provide predictable income while allowing growth potential. Leverage compounding to accelerate wealth creation. Reinvesting returns from passive income assets amplifies growth over time as earnings generate additional returns. Strategic planning ensures that compounding works in your favor, transforming modest investments into significant financial resources. Consistent reinvestment strengthens financial independence and accelerates progress toward freedom. Consider real estate as a source of passive income. Rental properties, commercial spaces, or REITs can produce reliable cash flow while appreciating in value over time. Evaluate location, demand, property management costs, and financing options to ensure profitability. Real estate provides tangible assets that contribute to long-term financial stability when managed strategically. Explore dividend-paying stocks and equity investments. Companies that distribute regular dividends allow investors to receive income without selling shares. Selecting businesses with strong fundamentals, sustainable growth, and reliable dividend histories ensures consistent returns. Equity investments combine income generation with potential for capital appreciation, reinforcing financial resilience. Incorporate bonds and fixed income securities for stability. Bonds provide predictable interest payments and reduce exposure to market volatility. Strategic allocation of fixed income assets balances riskier investments, creating a steady baseline of passive income. Bonds support diversification and protect wealth, while contributing to long-term financial security. Evaluate business ventures and intellectual property as income sources. Licensing, royalties, online courses or automated businesses can generate ongoing revenue streams. These assets often require upfront effort, but can produce long-term returns with minimal active management. Identifying scalable opportunities amplifies income potential while maintaining flexibility and independence. Prioritize high-quality, low-maintenance investments. Avoid assets that require excessive time, effort, or constant oversight. Passive income is most effective when it supports freedom rather than creating additional burdens. Strategic selection ensures that returns are sustainable, manageable, and aligned with lifestyle and financial goals. Monitor investments regularly to ensure performance aligns with expectations. Tracking income, market conditions, and asset health allows timely adjustments and informed decisions. Regular evaluation prevents decline, identifies emerging opportunities, and maintains alignment with financial objectives. Vigilance ensures that passive income remains a reliable foundation for wealth creation. Leverage tax efficiency to enhance returns. Understanding tax implications of dividends, rental income, interest, and capital gains enables smarter allocation of resources. Minimizing tax liabilities while complying with regulations increases net returns and accelerates wealth accumulation. Strategic tax planning is a critical component of intelligent passive income investment. Utilize automation in managing investments. Automated contributions to savings, retirement accounts, and investment platforms ensure consistent growth without requiring daily intervention. Automation enforces discipline, reduces the likelihood of missed opportunities, and maintains steady progress toward financial goals. Consistent execution through automation transforms strategy into measurable results. Prepare for market fluctuations and economic cycles. Recognize that passive income streams are influenced by external factors such as interest rates, inflation, and market trends. Anticipating potential downturns and establishing contingency plans preserves income flow and protects capital. Resilience ensures long-term viability of investments even during challenging conditions. Balance risk and reward thoughtfully. High-yield investments may offer substantial returns, but come with increased exposure to loss. Lower-risk assets provide stability, but may grow more slowly. Strategic allocation considers both safety and opportunity, maintaining a portfolio that maximizes long-term passive income while protecting core resources. Reinvest profits strategically to compound wealth. Allocating earnings from passive income back into productive assets strengthens financial growth and accelerates achievement of long-term goals. Consistent reinvestment amplifies returns, creating a cycle where income generates further income with increasing efficiency. Combine multiple passive income sources to increase security. Relying on a single stream exposes finances to risk if conditions change. Layering investments across various assets, industries, and income types ensures stability, continuity, and flexibility in achieving financial independence. Diversified streams create resilience and amplify wealth-building potential. By investing strategically in assets that generate passive income, you create a foundation for financial freedom, stability, and long-term growth. Disciplined selection, research, diversification, and reinvestment transform resources into consistent, self-sustaining wealth. Through patience, monitoring, and strategic action, passive income becomes a powerful tool to achieve independence, support goals, and secure a prosperous future without constant active effort. Chapter 19. Maintain health and energy to sustain peak performance. Maintaining health and energy is essential for sustaining peak performance because the body and mind are the foundation of every achievement. Without physical vitality and mental clarity, even the most brilliant strategies and ambitious plans cannot be executed effectively. Health fuels focus, stamina, resilience, and creativity, while consistent energy levels allow disciplined routines to be followed without fatigue or distraction. Begin by prioritizing sleep as a non-negotiable pillar of performance. Adequate rest ensures that the body repairs itself, strengthens the immune system, and maintains optimal cognitive function. Quality sleep directly impacts decision-making, emotional regulation, and physical endurance, making it impossible to perform at your best without establishing consistent sleep habits. Adopt a balanced diet that nourishes both body and mind. Consuming nutrient-dense foods provides sustained energy, supports brain function, and reduces the likelihood of fatigue or illness. Emphasize whole foods, lean proteins, healthy fats, and complex carbohydrates, while minimizing processed items and excessive sugar. Proper nutrition enhances focus, mood, and physical stamina, forming a reliable foundation for peak performance. Incorporate regular exercise into daily life. Physical activity improves cardiovascular health, builds strength, enhances flexibility, and increases energy levels. Exercise stimulates the release of endorphins, which reduce stress and promote mental clarity. A consistent movement routine ensures the body is prepared for both demanding tasks and the challenges that arise during pursuit of goals. Develop routines that optimize energy throughout the day. Structuring work, rest, and activity periods according to natural energy cycles maximizes productivity and prevents burnout. Recognizing peak focus times and aligning high-value tasks accordingly enhances efficiency while preserving stamina. Energy management is as critical as time management in sustaining long-term performance. Practice stress management techniques to protect health and maintain mental clarity. Chronic stress depletes energy, disrupts focus, and undermines physical well-being. Implementing strategies such as mindfulness, meditation, deep breathing, or reflective journaling helps regulate emotional responses, maintains equilibrium, and restores energy reserves. Managing stress prevents exhaustion and strengthens resilience under pressure. Hydration is a fundamental yet often overlooked factor in sustaining energy. Consistently consuming adequate water supports digestion, circulation, brain function, and metabolic processes. Dehydration leads to fatigue, impaired concentration, and decreased physical performance. Establishing a habit of regular hydration ensures the body operates at peak efficiency throughout the day. Integrate preventive healthcare measures into your routine. Regular checkups, screenings, and monitoring of key health metrics identify potential issues early, allowing intervention before problems escalate. Prevention preserves long-term vitality and ensures that energy levels remain consistent and reliable. Being proactive in health management protects performance over decades rather than just weeks or months. Cultivate mental resilience alongside physical health. Mental endurance allows focus under pressure, rapid problem solving, and the ability to recover from setbacks. Practices such as visualization, positive self-talk, and goal reinforcement strengthen mental stamina and complement physical energy, creating a holistic approach to peak performance. Manage workload and recovery cycles strategically. Overworking without adequate rest and recuperation diminishes both physical and mental capabilities. Alternating periods of intense effort with recovery maintains consistent energy levels and prevents burnout. Recovery is an essential component of sustained high performance, not a sign of weakness or wasted time. Adopt habits that enhance immune function. A strong immune system reduces the likelihood of illness, disrupting productivity. Consuming a nutrient-rich diet, exercising regularly, sleeping well, managing stress, and maintaining hygiene collectively support immune resilience, ensuring that energy is available for performance rather than combating preventable ailments. Optimize posture and ergonomics during work. Maintaining proper body alignment reduces strain, prevents injury, and supports sustained energy levels. Comfortable and supportive environments minimize physical fatigue and enable prolonged focus, allowing the body to function efficiently while performing demanding tasks. Small adjustments in posture can have a significant impact on overall vitality. Monitor and regulate energy expenditure throughout the day. Recognize tasks that drain energy unnecessarily and implement strategies to delegate, automate, or streamline them. Focusing on high-impact activities preserves mental and physical stamina while preventing unnecessary depletion. Conscious energy allocation ensures that the most important efforts receive maximum performance capacity. Engage in regular mental stimulation to maintain cognitive energy. Learning new skills, solving challenging problems, and exploring unfamiliar concepts keep the brain active and adaptable. Cognitive exercise supports memory, problem-solving, creativity, and decision-making, all of which are essential for sustaining peak performance over time. Mental energy and physical energy are interdependent, and both must be cultivated. Incorporate short breaks and micro-recovery periods during intense work sessions. Brief pauses to stretch, breathe deeply, or reset mentally prevent exhaustion and maintain sustained attention. Strategic breaks enhance overall productivity by ensuring that energy is replenished before focus declines. Pausing is not wasted time, but a critical investment in sustained performance. Practice consistency in daily routines. Predictable, structured habits reduce decision fatigue, conserve mental energy, and create a stable platform for high performance. Regular routines in sleep, exercise, nutrition, work, and recovery establish rhythm and reliability, allowing energy to be directed toward achievement rather than constant adaptation. Minimize stimulants that create temporary energy spikes followed by crashes. Excessive caffeine, sugar, or artificial supplements may provide short-term alertness, but disrupt long-term energy management. Natural energy sources from nutrition, hydration, and proper rest maintain stability, prevent burnout, and support reliable peak performance. Foster social and emotional well-being to sustain energy. Positive relationships, supportive communities, and healthy communication reduce stress and enhance motivation. Emotional energy contributes to mental clarity, decision-making, and resilience, reinforcing physical energy and overall performance capacity. Isolation or chronic conflict can drain energy faster than physical activity. Track and evaluate personal health metrics consistently. Monitoring weight, sleep quality, nutrition, activity levels, and stress indicators provides actionable data for adjustments. Awareness of trends allows preemptive action to prevent energy depletion and maintain peak performance. Data-driven awareness supports disciplined habits and strategic choices. Adopt practices that cultivate long-term vitality, not just short-term performance. Balanced nutrition, consistent exercise, stress management, and quality rest create a sustainable foundation that supports productivity over decades. Peak performance is not a temporary state, but a continuous result of disciplined care for both body and mind. By maintaining health and energy, you ensure that every action, decision, and effort is executed at maximum capacity. Physical strength, mental clarity, emotional resilience, and consistent vitality create the conditions for high performance in any endeavor. Discipline in health, awareness of energy cycles, and commitment to daily well-being transform potential into consistent results, allowing achievement of ambitious goals with stamina, focus, and enduring success. Chapter 20. Inspire others by sharing knowledge and leading by example. Inspiring others by sharing knowledge and leading by example is one of the most powerful ways to create meaningful impact and leave a lasting legacy. Influence grows when actions align with words, and authenticity becomes the foundation of leadership. People are drawn to those who demonstrate integrity, skill, and resilience, and they are motivated when they see principles applied consistently in real life. Leadership is not about authority alone, but about the capacity to uplift, guide, and encourage others through tangible actions and valuable insight. Begin by committing to personal growth as a prerequisite for guiding others. Consistent self-improvement ensures that knowledge shared is credible, practical, and relevant. When you pursue mastery in your craft, others naturally respect your expertise and are more likely to embrace the guidance offered. Demonstrating commitment to growth encourages others to adopt similar habits and values. Communicate knowledge clearly and with intention. Sharing insights effectively requires understanding the audience, simplifying complex ideas, and providing actionable steps. Knowledge becomes transformative when it is accessible, relatable, and immediately applicable. Clarity strengthens trust and motivates individuals to take informed actions themselves. Lead through consistent example in all areas of life. Demonstrating discipline, integrity, accountability, and resilience in daily actions creates a standard for others to emulate. Behavior reinforces instruction far more than verbal advice alone. People observe actions first, and those actions establish credibility and influence. Encourage collaboration and knowledge exchange. Inspire others by creating opportunities for dialogue, mentorship, and cooperative problem-solving. Facilitating the sharing of ideas fosters a culture of learning and collective growth, empowering individuals to contribute, innovate, and excel while learning from each other. Model resilience in the face of challenges. Sharing knowledge includes demonstrating how to respond to setbacks with composure, reflection, and corrective action. Exhibiting perseverance and problem-solving strategies provides practical lessons that inspire confidence and motivate others to navigate adversity effectively. Provide constructive feedback and guidance, helping others recognize strengths and identify areas for improvement, nurtures growth and builds capability. Feedback should be specific, actionable, and delivered with encouragement, ensuring that lessons are internalized and applied rather than dismissed. Effective guidance fosters empowerment rather than dependence. Emphasize the value of continuous learning. Inspire others to pursue knowledge and skill development by demonstrating curiosity, adaptability, and a commitment to growth. When learning is modeled as a lifelong pursuit, individuals adopt a mindset that embraces improvement, innovation, and proactive engagement with challenges. Share stories of personal experience and practical insight. Narratives rooted in real challenges, successes, and lessons provide relatability and context. People connect deeply with experiences they can envision in their own lives, and stories offer a framework for applying knowledge effectively. Authentic examples make abstract concepts tangible, foster an environment of accountability, Leading by example includes demonstrating responsibility for decisions, outcomes, and commitments. Accountability encourages others to mirror these behaviors, creating a culture of integrity, reliability, and disciplined action. Consistent accountability strengthens trust and inspires followership. Encourage initiative and problem-solving. Inspire others by demonstrating the importance of proactive action and independent thinking. When individuals see the benefits of taking initiative and addressing challenges creatively, they are more likely to replicate these behaviors and embrace ownership of their goals. Leadership is amplified when empowerment is shared widely. Recognize and celebrate the growth of others. Acknowledging progress, effort, and achievement reinforces positive behaviors and motivates further development. Public or private recognition signals that growth and discipline are valued, which inspires continuous engagement and dedication to improvement. Demonstrate ethical decision-making consistently. Integrity forms the cornerstone of inspiring leadership. Making principled choices, even under pressure, communicates that success and morality are not mutually exclusive. Observing ethical behavior encourages others to adopt similar standards in their personal and professional lives. Invest time in mentoring and coaching. One-on-one guidance allows for tailored instruction, reinforcement of positive behaviors, and correction of mistakes in a supportive environment. Personal mentorship demonstrates commitment, builds relationships, and creates ripple effects as individuals replicate lessons learned. Encourage resilience in the face of failure. Sharing knowledge includes explaining that setbacks are opportunities for growth, not indicators of defeat. Demonstrating how to analyze mistakes, adapt strategies, and persist provides practical lessons that inspire determination and a constructive approach to challenges. Lead with vision and clarity of purpose. People are inspired by leaders who articulate goals, values, and principles with precision and conviction. Sharing a clear path and demonstrating commitment to that vision motivates others to align efforts, embrace discipline, and pursue meaningful objectives alongside the leader. Promote self-reflection and critical thinking. Inspire others to question assumptions, analyze outcomes, and make informed decisions independently. Leading by example in reflective practices encourages individuals to develop autonomy, confidence, and a deeper understanding of their actions and choices. Maintain humility while demonstrating competence. Inspiring leaders acknowledge limitations, seek advice when necessary, and remain open to learning. Humility enhances credibility, fosters connection, and models a balanced approach to leadership that combines confidence with self-awareness. Create opportunities for others to lead and excel. Empowering individuals to take responsibility, make decisions, and demonstrate their abilities builds capability and confidence. Leading by example includes delegating authority strategically and nurturing talent, ensuring that the culture of excellence multiplies beyond the leader alone. Communicate the importance of perseverance and consistent effort. Demonstrating discipline and tenacity in pursuit of goals shows that achievement is a product of sustained action. Inspiring others through visible commitment and determination encourages them to adopt similar habits, reinforcing the connection between effort and results. By sharing knowledge effectively and leading by example, you create influence that extends beyond instruction to transformation. Actions aligned with principles inspire trust, motivation, and emulation. Knowledge becomes power when coupled with authentic practice, resilience, and consistent demonstration of values. The combination of teaching, modeling, and empowering others builds a culture of growth, excellence, and accountability, ensuring that your impact continues to multiply as others adopt and apply the lessons you embody.